Yeah. Only chase the bag, fuck friends. Is Ricky Rudy the trend? High A leaving the Mozzie and spin back in the Benz. We don't play with prop guns, that shit was never pretend. If you beefing with the gang, I tell you how it's gonna end. Like the trap by the state, I turn your hood to my home. Back to Frank is out the Louis Jim and shit like Jerome. God sponsor all the drip, these crosses came with the chrome. Shot my way to a brick and come for playing with zones. 40 hit like a truck, I don't even got my CDL. Pull chops off the waistline before they BBLs. Gave my brother 35, a real nigga never tell. If a bitch left me for a bum, I'ma wish her well. Doing surgery on the white, Dr. Miami. Bitch wasn't playing A, so I gave her a plan B. Made niggas sit down cause they said they can't stand me. Move like Waka, sleep with the flocker like Tammy. Give me any drug, I promise we get the work off. She wanna take a skirt off cause of the way I skirt off. Coke is off, if you touch it, it get turned on. Foreplay before I cook it, I take the shirt off. These niggas all talk, they ain't never on shit. No matter what I go through, I'm always smiling like Mitch. I ain't on no gang shit, they tryna Rico the click. I aced at the day's game and still walked off rich. The shoes is Rick Owens, fuzzy sweater by Marnie. 6 rockets in the Smith, play the game like Jabari. Niggas spitting no shit, we don't do the Atari. I got a body done, that's how I'm telling her sorry. My younger gets 30, pop a 30 like a sensu. Being down bad and broke, fuck what you meant to. Running your mouth, ain't got insurance for that dental. You don't own a car, why the fuck you standing on rentals? Back at 30 out, got that nigga screaming like uh-oh. Car we spinning, they smell like dead ops and gumbo. On this block waving the 50 just like Matumbo. Put me on your parlay, it's a lot. Nobody can have a question when I dip my block. Tryna slide. He took a chance, so you know I had to give him a shot. You become a star when nobody could guard you. I like making money cause it was never hard to. My bitch about to land with Javonte, the shark boots. From the garage to the closet, shit like the Bronx Zoo. I know you ain't rich when you with me, this is what it feel like. 10 bottles on a walk and it's a chill night. So much sparkles that they can't give me no bill price. Think I work for Carnet cause I told them to bill like. I be sliding through looking like a lick, ain't got a rollie, but I need 100,000 on my wrist. I remember selling grams, I had to get it to a brick. I'm trying to pull up off the lot, don't need no mileage on my whip. If you ask me, I'm still winning the race. I left them niggas couple times, they still jogging in place. And if you talking about the 40, then you know I'm the face. Nigga, this is real life, play with something that's safe.
Frank the Truth, man, from Illinois, man. What up, what up? Rick James, what up? What up?
I'm Rick James.
Rick James. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? We back. Back from vacation.
Unfortunately.
It's good, yeah? What up, man? How you felt last week, man? Heard we got fired.
Yeah, man. I had to get a new crew. So that was a bittersweet feeling, but you know, sometimes things you gotta do what you gotta do for the sake of the show. There was a new dynamic. Shout out to the brothers that was on. Shout out to the manual for pulling up, holding down the seat. Shout out to the other 2 brothers that came on, held down their seats. It was really, really good conversation, really productive conversation, really in-depth conversation. So I hope they do come back. I hope they do decide to come back to the podcast, show some love. I know one of them was from North Carolina, I believe. I don't know where the other guy was from, but he said, you know, they gave really good feedback. They said they enjoyed the show. They want to come back on, and that's what 40 Central's about at the end of the day. So it's about everybody being able to come on here, speak their truth, speak their piece, give their opinion, give their perspective, and not be trampled, not be harassed, not be told that you're being insensitive. Is for you to have the freedom to say what you want to say within the guidelines of YouTube, because we're not trying to get demonetized. But in all actuality, though, it was really good. It was really good. I kind of felt like when Braun first goes back to Cleveland, and it's like you gotta figure out the pieces in order to win a championship, and I felt like we kind of gelled in time. It started off, we don't know each other. We just going through topics, and then as we really started to see, like, okay, oh, you know about this. All right, boom, let's go in depth about here. Oh, how do you feel about this? One of them was a vet, so one of them served. So we talked about Japan, and I'd learned that the people in Japan actually really love Black people. They look at us as if we are gods and we're heaven sent. Meanwhile, in my perspective, I'm thinking Japan would hate us because we're here in America, and I thought it was still smoke for Hiroshima. But he explained that there isn't smoke because they're smart enough to understand that black people do not even have the power to drop a bomb like that, even if they were in America. And I never even thought of it like that, but that's true. So they don't have smoke with us.
So
They got smoke with
white
America,
people?
huh?
They got smoke with white people.
It's not even with white. It's more so just with American culture that they don't really like. From my again, this is just from my understanding of his perspective. So I don't know if this is true, false, whatever. But from the way he was explaining this, since he lived there, he was saying that it's not with black people at all because y'all didn't have to put up the power to do that. And it wasn't particularly white people that they're mad at. It was more so just about the country of America and American culture, which I can completely understand because America obliterated the city of Hiroshima.
That's cool. I got to go back and listen to that one. We wasn't here, so called in.
Yeah. Called in.
We had a little trouble. We were supposed to have it from over there, but we had a little technical difficulties. So
yeah, it was a lot to figure out over here on this end, and the problem was so simple that it should have never even been a problem.
Yeah. So what is American culture? Budweiser and McDonald's?
Nah, American culture is guns and butter. Guns and butter. That's the easiest way to describe American culture. Guns. I'll say guns and a melting pot. Guns, melting pot, and an experiment is the American culture. That's how I would describe it.
So how was your week, bro? That was before we get into like how our stuff was.
I mean, still working. We at the end of the school year now. We're pretty much trampling over the finish line. Teachers are burnt out all over America, but it is, that time of the school year where we do get to finish and send them off into the summer for a few weeks before we come back in the fall. So right now is just finishing up this final project. We're doing a street ball unit. So we went over the history of street ball. They learned about legendary street ball parks. They learned about legendary street ball players. We watched the street ball movie, which was Above the Rim. And now they're finishing their final project. Where
you watched that?
Yeah, we watched Above the Rim, and it was really good takeaways from it. So right now they're doing their final project where they have to create a budget. They have to create their own street ball tournament. So they need their own budget proposal. They need their a slideshow of the background information about why they need the tournament, how it's going to help the community. They need a flyer. They use Canva to create a flyer to advertise it, and they had to create a schedule for when all the games would take place. So this project took about 2 weeks to complete, but now we're at the tail end now, and they're going to start their presentations. Their final presentations will be on next week, Thursday. And after that, that's it.
After that is the final stretch.
Yeah. Last day of classes is the 13th of June.
Oh, word?
Yeah, last day of classes. And then they have regions for 2 weeks. And then the last day of school is the 27th. Or 26th, one of those 2 days.
It's coming down to the wire. It should feel like super fast.
This year flew by.
Yeah. So we're almost in quarter 3.
Yeah, and it did fly by fast for I think for all of us too.
Everybody in general.
Yeah, because
we're already about to be in June.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like the New Year's was just here.
Nah, not me.
Nah. I feel like it flew by easy.
Nowhere near that.
Nowhere near that.
Can you elaborate?
I mean, it's I guess just because of some of the things that has just been going on in these last few months. I have a feeling something's about to take off, and I feel like it's from all the work that's been going on since January. So I have to actually look back at my New Year's plans to see if I'm actually on track to hit those goals. But I think I am, and I think things are on the swing upward. And that's because of the things that have been going on since January. The work hasn't stopped yet.
Hey, job ain't done.
Yeah, job's not
done.
Job's not done,
man. Do you want to talk about the Nike thing?
Sure. So last week we took the kids to Nike headquarters, which was an extremely wonderful experience. We had about 40 kids. They went to the headquarters downtown. I believe it was, if I'm not wrong, 31st Street, West 31st Street, all the way downtown. We took them down there. We get off the bus. They have the Earl Monroe logo all over the building, on all the screens. As soon as we get in, we get free breakfast. We get to sit on the basketball court that was designed by a black man. Then we did a networking event with the kids, so they had to sit at tables, and different people that worked at Nike was going around at each table explaining their position and what they do at Nike. After that, they had lunch. After that, they got to listen to some of the people that worked at Nike on like a panel like discussion. After that, they got to play on the basketball court and get a tour of the building. So they got to see all of the headquarters, what all the branches do, how all the corners of the office work. After that, they came back down to the gym and they had a sneaker design contest.
Oh,
So they
word?
broke them up. Yep, they broke them up into groups of 8. They gave each group an iPad with a pair of Air Force Ones on that iPad. They had 35 minutes to create their best Air Force One. Then everybody sat in the bleachers. The groups went up, explained the story behind their sneaker, why they chose the colors, et cetera, et cetera. Then, kind of like the dunk contest, they gave their score. So you had between 1 and 10. Each judge held up a score. Boom, boom, boom. Tallied up all the scores. And the winner ended up getting the shoes created for everybody who was on the trip. So all the staff that was there, all the kids that were there, were going to get a free pair of the Air Force Ones that was created by the winning team.
Wow, that's cool. How was the sneakers though?
They were really good. So it wasn't the ones that I would have voted for, but they were so the way they were trying to teach them is that Nike is it is an apparel company, but it's a story company. So the story is just as important as the look.
Mhm.
So you can have a great look, but if it doesn't have a story behind it, they're not going to push it. So the one that got picked was the best combination of design and story. So basically, they made the Earl Monroe Air Force Ones, named after our school. So the Earl Monroe Ones. They're thinking this could be the beginning of a lineage of the Earl Monroe sneakers. So we got the Earl Monroe Ones, Earl Monroe Twos, Threes, so on and so forth. The colors kind of represented our school. So it was like, okay, those are dope. We're gonna go with those. My pick was the cotton candies that this girl created that had this cotton candy like color, and the way she explained it about how it connects with the summertime vibe and you get like the festival feeling. It's the colors are outside. I thought that was the best, and I had Earl Monroe ones at number 2. But the judges these are like some of the top designers at the New York headquarters. They evaluated it and they picked the Earl Monroe Air Force Ones, and we're gonna get a pair of those in the mail probably by the end of the school year.
That's fire. That's fire. That's cool for the kids to do that too.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody who was a part of the planning process with that. Also, shout out to all the kids for going there and giving it a shot, listening to all the different positions, all the different career paths. It was really, really enlightening, man. It was really, really enlightening. I think stuff like that is what our school is about. That's the crux of our school right there. It's to expose them to things like that.
That's fire. That's good. The kids, and I'm hoping some of the kids on there like that wanted to do design. Did they want to be there for design?
Yeah. So one of the kids who's actually one of them, he's in my advisory. He has his own clothing line called Six Hearts. He was able to network with one of the guys who does collaborations between Nike and celebrities. So this is a guy who was connected Nike with Fat Joe, the sneakers with. So he was just naming a bunch of people that he's been working with, and now that student has his contact information.
Wow.
So the sky's the limit at this point, and that's the beauty of our school is that there are opportunities there, but it's only if you're going to take advantage of it. Because there were kids there that weren't taking advantage of those opportunities, and they're not going to, have the fruits of that labor. But for those who did, 5 years, 10 years down the line, when they actually start reaching out to these resources for opportunities to work, opportunities to for internships. They're gonna be like, damn, you was that kid on the trip at Earl Monroe. I got you. It's gonna be as simple as that. So looking forward to it. But that was really, really an enlightening trip.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's good, Kev.
I wish I was still on vacation. Man. I actually didn't realize it was Thursday because we landed on Monday. We landed here on Monday, and that I went straight to work that day. So it's like didn't realize that today was Thursday. It's just like I feel like today was Sunday or something. I mean, today would be like Wednesday. I almost went to work.
I called you. I said, "Yo, what time you leaving to work?"
Yeah,
Because our days are all jumbled. But man, let's speak about it, man. Speak about it. Speak about it.
I mean, listen, there's a lot to say, but you know what I mean? A lot happened to you in Colombia. So I'd rather you started the conversations and we just go by away. Let's go by off of what you gotta say. And I'll follow up because
we can start day by day.
I don't want to say too much.
Day by day, man. Wednesday we left. We left Wednesday.
We did leave Wednesday, yep.
Wednesday morning, man, we left. We got to Colombia at like 11.
No,
a.m.
A little later than that because remember, it was because of turbulence that we stood an extra hour on the plane. No,
a.m.
My bad.
It was an extra hour.
Whatever, nigga. We got there, right?
We got there, yeah.
We got there early enough to us to enjoy the day. Colombia.
We did a lot the first day.
Yeah. Colombia, just getting there, man. The scenery was beautiful. Like you see, Colombia's where we went in Medellin is a mountain city. So like all you see is all the mountains and the houses and everything on the sides of the mountains and it was just an amazing sight to see. And when we was driving through, we learned that they made a big ass tunnel through a mountain.
It's about a 3-mile tunnel.
It was a long ass tunnel through the mountain because they couldn't have to go around the mountain anymore. They made that tunnel. But we went to eat once we got there. 5-star restaurant. How was that for you?
It was good, but I wasn't a big fan of the arepas, man. But yeah. It just tastes like stale crackers. That's what it tastes like to me. But other than that,
because
food,
they give you arepas with every food, with every meat, with every time you go out they give you arepas.
It's cheaper to make that than make bread.
But I'm not a big fan of arepas either. Like it's basically
like dough and water.
It's like bread. It's like they like.
Yeah, it's flour and water. It's basically flour and water. It's basically what the shit is. But some people fry it, some people bake it, whatever it is. It depends how you make it, and I wasn't a big fan how they were making it with it. But
only one or two spots.
But the food overall was good though.
Fresh.
It was fresh food.
Fresh.
You know, yeah, it was like a meal for 6. A meal for 6 people, and the tab was like 580,000 pesos. I was like, oh damn. So I just went on Google and typed in what's the rate of that for, converted to the USD.
Like $65?
It was like $120.
$125. But this is like a 5-star restaurant.
But a 5-star restaurant for dinner for 6.
So basically, like if we was over
about
here,
that's like you and your girl in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Not even.
And it's your girl in Manhattan having a couple drinks and an appetizer. That's $125.
Yeah, and we had everybody had big ass meals. Picture sangria. They had like 2-3 coffees. Everybody had like flan.
Yeah. That flan was good.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of flan, being realistic. I'm not a big fan of flan, but that was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. Forgot we had that.
Yeah, but we had mad stuff for $120.
Yeah.
Like over here, that meal would have been easily like $600, $700.
And we tipped him.
Yeah. And he tipped him like another like $20, $30.
He looked at it and just like
put it in his pocket
immediately. He was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Nah, but
was that
Americans?
Was that like a touristy area though?
I think that was right from the airport though.
Nah, it wasn't right from the airport. Hell no. It was about 30, 35, 40 minutes outside the airport.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I was recording.
Yeah, because you remember because like we had to go through that tunnel.
Oh yeah.
And that tunnel itself was like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, that shit was good though. That shit was good, man. It was beautiful, man. We got to the hotel. To the Airbnb. Airbnb was beautiful. We was right next to the casino, so that was really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I went right to the casino once we got there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When
it was right on the corner.
Right on the corner.
Still.
Right on the corner.
Literally 5. It's like from here to
4 steps.
the
4 steps here in the casino.
Yeah, but
Yo.
I wouldn't want to go.
because everybody was putting their bags down and everybody was like trying to relax and shit. So I was like, I'm gonna go outside. I went right to the casino real
Listen,
quick.
overall, when I booked that Airbnb, right, I just looked at a nice house for a cheap price. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. It's a beautiful home. Like I would definitely stay there again.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely a beautiful home. But I didn't know it was in dead smack of the hood, right? I didn't know it was dead smack of the hood. So I looked at the shit. I was like, oh, this looks like home. This looks like home. This looks like home. So we took a stroll up the block and everything, and it had like a bunch of bars, restaurants, nightclubs. They had strip clubs down the block. Oh, by the way, the strip clubs are open to 8 a.m. every day. 8 a.m. every day. But yeah, and the bars out there, restaurants and bars, close at 4 a.m. every day. Sunday to Saturday.
Yeah, like
Sunday to Saturday.
we was like right here, and Tremont's right there, and
Mhm.
like from just both sides, it's all strips of just like bars. If you walk down, we walked by like 20 blocks, I would say.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And it was just like full with people and just bars outside.
Yeah,
like, it was,
That's great.
Yeah,
it was insane.
We were staying at a location called Laureles Medellin. But yeah, that I enjoyed being out there. Then we had like it's just like we step outside, it's the coffee shop, and then you see like regular shit that you would see in New York, you seen it right outside, but it was like the Colombian version.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Like you see like I'm saying like people like drug users, people slinging drugs, like you seen that, I'm saying?
Yeah, they were cool people.
But they
too.
were cool though. They were cool.
Yeah,
They were cool.
Wait, so how did you know like you was like right in the middle of the hood?
Just by what the hell you saw in a third world country. It's just
Makes
like
sense. So did they look at y'all like
they did, but they didn't. It's like, all right, they did because they knew who to ask money from.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? They knew who to ask, like you had a lot of panhandlers there, but like the panhandlers there, it wasn't just they weren't just like going around asking for money. No way, like they were working for it. They had bags of candy trying to sell you candy.
Okay.
You know, but like for what they got it from. You know what I'm saying? And they were trying to hustle that. They would do that. They had this one mime that was doing tricks and everything. Then he started asking me for money. I told him, bro, you're not supposed to be talking. You're not supposed to be talking.
Where was that at?
Yo.
It was on the app.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He was like, you're not supposed to be talking. He was like, well, you know, I'm kind of hungry. I was like, I get it. I'm saying, but if you're going to play as a mime, you can't speak. I gave him 2,000 pesos. I'm saying? So,
Yeah, but get in there, whatever. Like, get in there, walking around and just like exploring. You know, the first day you go explore and shit like that. And then all of a sudden we was in the crib, everybody got ready. Then we went out to like, what's the spot we went to? Where we went to?
That night, we went to a place called Provenza, Parque Lleras. That section, bro. I had a blast in that section.
That was where it was at.
I swear to God, that spot is dangerous. And when I say it's dangerous, it's because you wind up having so much fun, you don't realize how much money you're spending, right? And it's just like, and when you spend a shitload of money there, you're like, damn, I spent a lot, but fuck it, it was fun. It was fun. But
Wednesday we didn't go crazy.
No,
like that,
we didn't go crazy that Wednesday because we weren't trying to use our cards, right? We weren't trying to use our cards. We had like we had the pesos. We came with a limited amount of pesos. We weren't trying to over exceed.
We didn't know what it was, like what to like how much to like spend and all that shit.
But that section right there, that section is expensive though. So like it's cheap because it's Colombia, but it's expensive being in Colombia. You know, if it makes sense. So like all right. So a beer at our location. For three beers would be 15,000 pesos, which is equivalent to $3.25.
Okay.
Right? With 3 beers. At that location, 3 beers for that was at least like $10.
Okay.
You say $8 to $10. That would be like 3 beers. So it's a little more expensive. But you do that numerous times, that shit adds up. You know? Okay. And so we were at that one spot, chilled, whatever. You know, we did what we did. and then we left.
Wednesday we actually caught the Miami game there. That's the reason why we went to the spot. We saw the Miami game on a big ass screen like TV, and we sat there and chilled for a while, and then like the hookah, like I'm smoking hookah.
Yo, the hookah there was expensive. The hookah there was literally New York price.
Hookah.
New York price. That shit was $50.
Yeah,
right?
it was 190,000.
190,000 pesos, right? And the refill was the same price as doing the shit again.
That's crazy. Nah, we was like, it's over. I found the other one up the block was 75. We back over there.
75,000 pesos. Yeah, that shit was mad funny. I was like, damn, 190,000 pesos for it's like, I was like, yo, that's like $45, $50.
That shit was crazy.
I was like, that's New York prices.
Wait, like so how does the whole pesos thing work? So
$1 for us is about like 4,500, between 4,000 and 4,500.
No, I get that part, but in terms of actually exchanging the money, so if you go into a spot,
we exchanged.
They take American currency.
Take dollars.
You can give them American currency, but they have to do the math and everything. So they expect you. It's better if you just go with the pesos because they could try to fuck you on the pricings of the shit. Too,
and then we before we left, we got money from the bank. We changed the currency, so we went out there with a certain amount of money, but just didn't like you said, like we didn't know how much to spend the first.
Listen, everybody told me if you're going to be in Colombia for 5 days, 400 to 600 is perfectly fine. Not with my ignorant ass. That shit, like that's no, nah. It doesn't work that way. Not with my ignorant ass, man. I spent at least like
he spent some bread. They don't even know what you spent.
Yeah, I spent way more than what I came with. I tell you that much. You know,
it
so
was.
And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. It was fun.
The weather was beautiful.
The weather until the last day and a half. Like the last day it would rain, but then it rained like up to like maybe midnight.
We went outside.
Then we went outside.
But yeah, so then Thursday, we went to the pool.
Oh, we went to the pool. Yeah, we went to the roof deck pool.
Thursday we found a spot like a nice roof deck pool. Gina and them found a pool. We went to what? It was just on a random occasion. One of his people from his building was in Colombia, right where we was at.
On my job, yeah.
Okay. So we went to meet up with them at a coffee shop. I met some dude. I met some dude out there. He's from Delaware, so we was all chopping it up. After that we go to the fucking rooftop. Bro, you got to pay 100,000 pesos to get in.
100,000 pesos, like what?
$20.
$30.
But that 100,000 pesos,
it comes with 4 or 5 drinks.
Yeah. And every drink is about 2,500. I mean 25,000. So it's like you paid for 4 drinks to go into the pool,
and you have unlimited access to the pool and the jacuzzi that's there.
It was fun. We was there all day, all night. Then we got back home, switched up, went right back out to where we went that first night.
Yeah,
so we went to Chicka Boom that night.
Yeah, so we went to Chicka Boom that night, man. Went to Chicka Boom that night. Yo, we spent like quite some time there, man, and that was fun. That was fun. And then I kind of like slipped my hand on how much money I was spending at that location. It's just like damn. We didn't realize.
I had to use my card in that.
I used my card too.
Yeah,
I used my card too.
I
used my card there too, and then, but it ended well. It was a great night. It was a great night. It was a great night. Great night. And then
I'm just letting y'all know y'all not getting the whole story. Y'all cannot get the whole story.
Yeah, y'all gotta. Like I said,
that is. Y'all really want to know? Y'all can ask me.
Like I said, there was a lot of shit that happened, and I don't want to put it out there. There's a lot of shit that happened, but overall, it was a great night. That night, the next night was even better.
The next wild out that night.
Yo, that night I went crazy. Like yo,
we wild out.
Yo, I went into that spot thinking I was Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. Like, yo, we was like, yo, you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna buy shots, we're gonna buy bottles.
Yeah, so I went and bought bottles, right? So like, all right, so we go to the spot, we had a beer, right? We having a few beers called Aguila. It's like it's a beer that's made in Colombia. We was having these beers, whatever, we was chilling. It was me, Justin, and Brandon, whatever. We were just chilling, vibing, whatever. And what you call it? Long story short, you know, it was just it just everybody that was sitting there, it was just like they were just like tensed up. Like it wasn't us. I mean, like people that was just at the bar and everything, at the lounge, was so tensed up. I'm like, it was just killing my vibe. So I was like, you know what? I told the girls, like, yo, can we get a bottle? get a bottle, ordered a bottle. So gave the sparkles and shit. I felt like I was that dude, whatever. And then we drank the bottle, got another bottle,
Mhm.
and then we got another bottle.
That was wilder.
So it was just a lot happening right then and there. And then Justin got obliterated.
Mhm.
Justin was drunk. I was drunk. I was super drunk.
Yo, but at the end of the day, bro, that night was probably one of the best like fun nights we had out. And
a lot happened that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot happened that night.
Yeah.
But it was an epic night. It was a memorable night. We got home safe. we got home safe.
We made it here safe too, so that's all that matters.
It's crazy because like I was telling my boy, I was like, yeah, bro, we got mad drunk, spent mad bread. That night, my tab was like almost 5 million pesos. Right?
That's crazy.
5 million pesos. 5 million pesos equivalent to almost $900-something.
Oh, they came up on you.
Yeah. So
now the dude that I met, he came and he paid the whole first.
Yeah, and I was being ignorant from that one.
That's why he poured another one.
Because I bought the bottle. He says, "Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it." So he paid the card. I was like, "Oh."
Kev said,
I said,
"Let me get another one."
I said, "Yo." I was like, "Shit." He just enhanced my budget. I was like,
You said, "Yo, let me get another one."
Let's get another bottle.
Up now.
It was like the first
I
two
was too
first 2
ignorant.
million and some change he paid. So Kev looked at me. He said, "Yo, it's over. We about to get another one." I'm like, "Oh."
I was like, "Nah." I said, "I feel weird about that. I don't know this dude, man." I was like, "I feel like I owe him something, man." Like,
You say, "Yo, can we get another one?" The sparklers come out again. I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Maybe he liked you.
That shit. He was a cool dude. He was a cool dude.
Yo, so I'm at the spot. I'm over here, spent the shit, whatever, and we go to the Ave. We get a cab and everything, and motherfuckers is still on my Uber left and right. It was like I'm over here ordered an Uber, and my Uber said it arrived, and I'm like, all right, I'm looking for the Uber, and it says it's en route somewhere else. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, I didn't see this shit. So the next one, I did the same thing again. But mind you, I'm not getting mad. The Uber's like $2.50. I'm not getting mad.
The Ubers were so cheap. It was like.
So eventually, we get a yellow cab, right? That's when I learned that my boy, I was talking to my boy, he's from Cali, Colombia, my boy, right? And he was like, yo, Kev, you were drunk? Never in your life get a yellow cab in Colombia. Never in your life get a yellow cab in Colombia because that's where the abductions happen, right? So especially when you're drunk, he says, you speak Spanish with a Puerto Rican accent. The Puerto Rican accent is irrelevant in Colombia. You have to have the Colombian accent.
Makes sense.
Once they hear your accent, they know you're not from there. They will shoot a text and block the road and grab people out the car. So that's something you need to be aware of. Don't ever go in a yellow cab. Call Ubers. Cool. I was like, bro, I've been calling Ubers. Motherfuckers steal my Ubers. What you want me to do? I'm gonna get home. But yeah, moving forward, that's like that's a knowledgeable situation right there. I you know what it is? Like, I was so comfortable there. I was so comfortable there that it was just so relaxing. And I got in the yellow cab, and everything was fine. We got cool with it. We got cool with the cab drivers. We got cool with everybody. Like, it's just like it is what it is.
No, but the thing
is,
bro,
me and Justin are people.
Yeah. So we talk to everybody.
Yeah,
and yes. If everybody want to know, I was talking Spanish out there like crazy.
Yo,
I do speak Spanish.
Yo, this dude literally in his sleep.
Oh, I was like, see. I was talking.
His sleep. You talk to Justin. ¿Qué pasó? I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck is this?
It's like, it's me. I'm like, oh. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, in his sleep. He thought he thought he just naturally speaks Spanish.
Yo, listen, after all the good stuff, like little things happen here and there, whatever. Right. But even after that, right, there was nothing that could bring us down. I feel like the energy, the weather, the people that we was with too, it was like everything was like, yo, there was nothing that could even like just. I think I got more sad about leaving than anything else that happened.
Yo,
like for real.
And the women there are fucking fire.
Yes,
they're fire.
So the stories are true.
Stories are true. Stories are true. Colombian women, oh my God, they got one of the most beautiful smiles I've ever seen.
Yeah, bro. Like it's, you know, and like I don't know if y'all know, it's like a Google fact that Colombia has the most beautiful women in the world. Like legit, it's listed in as a Google fact. So and when you go there, like you will see maybe 98.5% of women gorgeous, and it's like 1.5, you're like, oh yeah, she all right. You know, it's listed.
Was that? Do you think that's more surgeries or?
Well, believe it or not,
But
so
I think that's what I asked you too about the
so-
teeth thing.
So believe it or not, so you know, like those people can't afford almost shit over there. Like,
Yeah, but it's cheap to probably do your
well,
teeth.
it's cheap for us.
Oh.
Yeah, like people go there to get their
It's
teeth.
cheap.
Right?
It's cheap for us
Mm.
because you go like I said, the average rent there, right? The average rent in Colombia is about 700,000 pesos. That's the average rent, right? Sounds like a lot, right? 700,000 pesos is about give or take $120.
No, one like 160.
No, 750 is about that.
Yeah.
So you go like average rent about 700,000, about 120, 130. You know what I'm saying? So you look at that, look at the math in that. That if you do a surgery there, it'll be cheaper for us, but not for them. Because surgery for them will be like maybe 2 million pesos, 3 million pesos, 4 million pesos, and that's expensive to them, right? Because they have to make rent, they have to pay, the car notes, stuff like that. They have to pay all this stuff. But for us, it's like we go there and we just dominate their dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
And the homelessness out there too, man. I'm like not for nothing. Like one thing I did really appreciate about being out there too is like when you come out here, you go to a bar and you give a bartender $1. She's like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you give them $1, they're your friend for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Like you give them like a little, and it's not even gotta be like if like a 5, like a 50 million, right? Or 50,000. You give them that, bro. They'll come to you like, yo, you need anything? You want another one? And they'll give you shit for free just because of that. Like they were so hospitable. I don't think I've seen anybody with an attitude out there. I didn't even see not one fight, not one dispute. I didn't see not one car accident. They drive like shit, but there was
world.
no, like and like, it was like still probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It was very, very, very successful trip. The only thing that we didn't like though was we didn't notice until the last day that the homeless, like, because we were walking around and you see babies laying on the floor, like infants,
like 1-year-olds,
1-year-olds, like just laying on the floor,
so
like
and that type of shit. Like I felt bad,
Mhm.
so I felt bad, and I was like giving out pesos to them, like because it's babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean,
and it was raining, the rain
and I know
water
it's
hitting their face.
I know
and
it's a
shit.
third world country. So by being by a third world country, I'm like, yo, like it's just like how you always hear about stuff in third world countries, how they treat, how kids are not basically like neglected and all that, and be in the streets, stuff like that. So I'm under that impression. Then come to find out, on the last day, it was raining. The last day, right? Severely raining.
Wait, hold on. Before you say that, all the homeless people outside. So like if we had food, we would give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Or like money or whatever like that. So the last day we go out to eat. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, the last day when it was raining, I ain't see no homeless people.
None.
I'm like, so I didn't see no homeless people. So I'm like, why I don't see no homeless people? So I was talking. I didn't even bring this up to my Airbnb host, right? So I was talking to the Airbnb host. It was just strict. She let us stay at the place because we waited like to 2:00 to get to the mall because our flight's at 10:00, whatever. She let us stay to 2:00 at the house, which is cool. I gave her 100,000 pesos like as a tip or whatever. But I'm talking to her and she tells me, "So listen, I'm gonna tell you this, like, and I know because of your, like, just from the kindness of your heart, you're giving back, but you don't have to give back to those people because in Colombia we really don't have shelters, right? Everybody has a house.
So
everybody that's homeless has a place to stay, right?
Oh, and that was
That's interesting.
She said everybody has a place to stay in this place because it's under it. And she has said in this way, it's under like a socialist act that if you don't, if people purchase homes and they don't contribute to the home, the government takes away the home and they give it to a homeless. So people have homes. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we
and
tried
then, and then
hours
and
to
then,
give this food away.
So she said that a lot of people put people in the streets, like babies in the streets, stuff like that, because they know that the tourists are gonna give money, and they make more money from that than they'll make from the government. You know what I'm saying? Off of
And
that,
they
shit.
gain money from the government too.
So it's like Mexico. In Mexico, if you go up to Mexico City, right? You go to Mexico City. Mexico City is like also, and this is realistic. This is real. It might sound a little extreme, but this is real. These kids get their by family members get their eyes taken out get arms taken off and everything because it just looks more realistic to give money to them. You understand? This really happens. Like I said, it might sound extreme because we don't see that type of stuff here in America.
Yeah.
But that really happens in Mexico City. You know what I'm saying? So that happens in Mexico City because there's a lot of tourism there, and they know that Americans will give them money off of that. It's a business. It's sad, but it's a business, and that's what happens. I didn't see no missing arms or anything in Colombia.
No, I always saw. The only bad thing we really saw was babies.
I saw babies
laying on
the floor. Like 10-month old to a year laying on the floor. You know,
not
in the
being
rain.
cared for by anybody.
No.
Their mother's sitting right there
in front of them,
just watching them sleep.
But yeah, they sleep.
Water splashing on their face. And I had I remember I was outside, waiting for my cab, and I was talking to some girl outside, and this kid comes up to me. And asked me for money. I tapped my pocket. I was drunk too, but I remember this shit. And I tapped my pocket, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't got no money, man. And it was like, he said, "No tengo ningún dinero, nada." I was like, "You ain't got no money, nothing." I was like, "Nothing, kid." I was like, "I got a hat." I gave him a hat.
No.
I gave him my
yo.
Wait, hold on. That's not even done.
Yo, so I gave him a hat. He's like, "You don't have nothing?" I was like, "Mama, you don't like the hat?
Give my hat. Give my hat.
I took the hat back. I took the hat back. He said, no. I'll keep it. I said, "Ah, yeah, so try to sell the hat, man.
That's crazy.
Try to sell the hat."
But no funny shit. But out there, everybody is hustling.
Yeah,
the little kids is hustling. All that
card tricks, man. These little kids are doing card tricks, man.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. At least they're not out there robbing them.
Oh man, we went. One thing that we forgot. We went on a tour. What was that? Camunas 13.
Camunas 13.
Yeah, that shit was like it was. That's where what's that? That's like with Pablo and them, right?
Nah, so Camunas 13 is so there's a story mixed in with Pablo from them. I understood that Pablo lived there, but that's not what it was. So, well, Pablo had a thing, and this is from my understanding. I could be wrong, but it's from my understanding from what he said, that Pablo had a thing when he ran for politics, right? When he ran for politics, that he picked major cities that he wanted to contribute to, and that was one of the cities he contributed to, right? And he looked out, picked up like the most poverty neighborhoods, and he came out of his own pocket to fix up communities. So, and that was the area that he picked up. But when he had passed, then they took away from the whole community. So that community is back basically into some type of poverty.
Yeah, but I think a lot of tourists go there now.
Yeah.
For the walk, and we've seen a lot of artwork. Artwork was crazy.
Nice.
A lot of street vendors, shirts. You could get all that shit out there. A lot of bars. A lot of people just hustling. A lot of rappers. I actually follow a couple of them on the gram and all that shit. Like the little kids over there doing magic tricks, and he was like, "Yo, can you buy me a water?" I had Brandon, "Yo, buy him a water." Nigga said, "Yo, let me get a water." Let him get him a water. He paid the money. The little nigga said, "Oh, nah, let me get that." To the dude, he was like, "Yo, let me get that bread." Like, but he didn't really want the water. They wanted the money, but like they hustling out there like crazy.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, like Gina was with us, man. Shout out to Gina and Jazz. She said, "You think we hustle hard out here? They out there selling candy, everything. A lot of respect for Colombia. Yeah, that shit was.
Yeah.
There's a little guy that's outside convenience store. I give money to sometimes. One day I seen him driving a nice SUV in a nice neighborhood. That's dumb funny. That's dumb funny. And me and Gino did this like a slingshot type thing. It was cool. It was fun. But if they would have turned it around, because we was in like levels. We was on the bottom level, and then up there there's more people walking, and then up there that shit was pretty high.
Yeah.
First of all, that shit hurt. Not gonna lie to you, because it was like, nah, that shit hurt. But if they turned it was, but it was fun. That shit. But if they turned it around so that you could see off the fucking edge, that would have been more scarier. Like, yeah, but that was fun. That was cool. Overall, it was a fun trip.
We did a lot in 5 days.
Yeah,
we did a lot. It was really 4 days because Sunday we
didn't do really anything. The girls just shopped and stuff like that.
But I Justin likes to sleep, man. That's just annoying. But I was sleeping about 2 hours out the day.
Yeah, he wasn't asleep.
Yeah.
He wake up at like 8 o'clock. We just went to sleep at 5. He's like 8 o'clock. I'm like, nigga, get out my room.
Yo, 5 o'clock.
Gotta get shit done.
5 o'clock in the morning. I would go to bed. 7:30 in the morning, I was up.
Yeah, he was wild.
7:30 in the morning, I was up, and that was every day because, bro, they got 5 days in vacation. Like I'm saying, you want to enjoy the fucking vacation
As much as possible.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you'll sleep when you get back.
Yeah, sleep on the plane.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Sleep on the plane.
But
this dude want to sleep in all day.
But we do got something that we're gonna try. This is the liquor of Medellin.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's called aguardiente.
And it's called aguardiente, right? The funny thing is, right?
Let's give a round of applause for that.
I didn't even get to try this over there.
We didn't even try it over there. But so I'm talking to somebody, whatever, like that. I'm talking to her, right? And I'm like, yo, she's like, you gotta try the aguardiente. And I'm like, what is that? She's like, it's aguardiente. I'm like, but what is it?
Yeah. So
I'm like, but what is it? They're like, it's aguardiente. It's like, I said, but is it like what? Like rum, tequila? Like, what is it? They're like, it's aguardiente.
Yeah. So yeah,
I
and
ain't
then
trying that shit.
But he wasn't there for that conversation.
But I had a conversation prior to that. Well,
at the nigga in the airport.
No, prior to that, I had a conversation with one of the girls from there that was around that shit because they was telling me the same thing. Aguardiente.
Oh.
And it said the same thing as aguardiente. So I'm at the airport, right?
We're trying to go
I'm
home.
at the airport and I'm over here. I see all the liquor. I see the white Henny bottles and shit. Well, Brandon bought a bunch. If y'all need,
oh yeah, anybody need white Henny? Hit us up. We got some white Henny.
Brandon got a bunch of white Henny bottles, man. And I tell you, Brandon is just like he bought like 3 of them. He bought 3 of them. He's like, yo, they told him it was like 78 USD, but it was like, yo,
that shit was like 2 something.
He was like, yo, you told me it was cheaper, Kev. I was like, so why you gonna buy it then, man? Like he's like, yo, because I already took him off the shelf.
Yeah,
let's just put it back.
Yeah, but tell him what the guy said.
So about the aguardiente, they had I'm asking the guy, I'm like, so what is aguardiente? It's like a rum, it's gin, it's vodka, it's aguardiente. I'm like, yo, what is that? Is that everybody's answer? Like,
yo, everybody in Colombia, that's the answer.
Nobody wants to answer, like, give an explanation where it's from or how it's originated, whatever it is. So I had to go on Google, and it's from the Iberian Peninsula. You know, originated in Spain and Portugal, right? But it's a domestic drink for Colombia.
But what is it?
See,
like we still don't even know what it is. So listen, we about to try this shit.
So aguardiente is made from sugarcane.
You gonna try a little bit?
Yeah, I'll try that shit.
It's made from sugarcane. This one is.
This is the premier one.
Azúcar. So it says without sugar. So I'm kind of curious how this is because it's made from sugarcane, but it's without sugar. So
and this is the premier bottle. This is like the top of the top.
This is like top of the top.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nasty.
You think so?
Let's see what happens.
We go, yo, and then bro, they thought I was bringing back drugs.
Oh, yo,
at the airport, bro.
Yo,
I had the worst airport experience both times.
Yo, first and foremost.
No, first off, this guy, they wanted to look at this guy's package.
Yo, bro, like, no, that shit was crazy. Yo, that shit was crazy. I'm in JFK.
We here.
I'm in JFK, like, minding my own business, right? I'm in JFK, my own business. I go through TSA, right? I go through TSA and everything, and the dude goes like, he says, oh, yo, you gotta stop. Everybody was good. He said, yo, you gotta stop. He said, you see that red box? He said, you see that red box right there? That means you have something. I'm like, I don't got anything. He said, well, red box means it's like a weapon. I'm like, it's a weapon. And bro, it's on my crotch area. Bro, it was on my crotch area. I was like, bro, what the, I looked at it with a serious thing. Like, bro, what are you trying to imply? Like, that's crazy. Don't, like, he's like, you. Then he asked me, you want to go to a private room? You want to do it here? I said, I want to do it right here.
He said,
I want to do
it right here where everybody can see.
I was going to do it right here. Like, that, this was crazy. He said, I got to wait for my supervisor. All right, perfect. Wait for your supervisor then. So I'm like, this, searches me. He's like, oh, you're fine. I'm like, what was all that for? Like I'm saying, what was all that for? He was like, oh, no, it was just, it said that he had a red box. It said he had a weapon there. I'm like, weapon?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, then we trying to get on the plane. They like, nah, you come here.
He had this big ass duffel bag.
The same duffel bag I brought to Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a carry on.
Yeah, they said his carry on's too big, right? Right? It's just I don't understand. Yeah, but his carry-on was bigger than my freaking than my duffel bag.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand. Like, it's a carry-on. It went through TSA. The security approved it. So why can't you approve it? You know what I'm
They
saying?
was trying to get my shit off. I was like, yo, listen. They was like, if I gotta fit here, I fit that shit right in. I'm like, nah, that fits. It's a duffel. It's a duffel. I threw it. I went back in, bro.
So
Long story short, coming back,
coming back was crazy,
bro.
Yo, the moment you go into the airport in Colombia, like coming back, and you got to check in, whatever, go through everything, whatever it is. There's like 30 or 40 different dogs there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, 30 to 40 different dogs, all cops with dogs and everything.
Oh, matter of fact, that wasn't even a cop. That was Homeland.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it was a bunch of officers there that had dogs, and and just putting dogs next to everybody's suitcases and hit every dog double backed on his bag. Every dog double backed on his bag, and everybody's looking at him. So
I couldn't get my boarding pass, so we had to get a boarding pass. Then we finally get through. We get through, whatever like that. We there a couple of hours earlier, so we eat and shit like that. We go to the other spot, and I hear them call my name. So I'm like, yo, I gotta go. So when we was here, they called our name just to check us in, like to make sure we had the whatever. They called my name. They were like, yo, go get your bag. The people that you with, they can stay back. Like, you gotta go up there. I'm like, for what? So I'm like, yo, Kev, I don't know what he's saying right now. Like, now I'm already like out of it. So Kev's like, yo, what happened? He's like, he don't speak Spanish. Nigga said, it's all right, he good. He's speaking enough Spanish. He go over there. They speak English.
He told him. Yeah, he was like, yo. I said, I got to translate for him because he does not speak Spanish. He don't speak Spanish. He's like, he was just speaking Spanish to me just now.
He said he good. He could go over there.
I was like, you speak Spanish to me just now. I was like, yo, Justin, you don't speak Spanish, nigga.
So I go, bro, and it's a line of us.
Yeah.
It's probably like they probably called like 10 of us. And I go. Now I look, and there's 2 agents there.
And wait, y'all are in Colombia? Or y'all
we're in Colombia trying to come back. This is the flight trying to come back. We're in Colombia now, trying to come back. There's 2 agents there. They're like, all right, you next. Come, open your bag. They took something, started wiping my whole bag, open it, wipe everything in my bag, wipe my sneakers, right there. Sit down. I had slippers on. They just wipe my feet. They wipe my hands. They wipe my buckle. They wipe my shirt, my pockets. They put it in a machine. My shirt, my pockets, my everything. They wipe down my feet, everything.
Yeah, they were looking.
And they put it in like a machine. I guess the machine was telling them if there was any try to trace of like drugs or anything like that. And they just had us standing there, and the dogs are coming back and forth, just looking at everybody.
So all those dogs that were there was for you?
Probably. Fuck it.
That's crazy.
But then I got on the plane first. I put my shit up good. I was chilling. I was like, all right, whatever. But and we had a red eye, so we fell asleep most of the time. That was probably like good sleep we had.
Yeah, the red eye flights are the best.
Yeah, like I slept like a baby, man. But I mean, I can't say like a baby. It was better than the freaking first flight.
Yeah.
Yo, that flight,
flight,
Avianca Airline, y'all pieces of shit. Yeah, like, yo, that shit was like sitting on a fucking bench for 5.5 hours. I was worse than Spirits.
Worse. It felt like we was flying like the 42 bus.
Bro, like, yo, bro, bro. And even the 42 bus is a little better because it has a curve in.
Yeah.
Nah, this shit was like flat and flat. Nigga, it was like 2 flats. And then my legs are long, bro. So I'm sitting there like this. I can't do nothing. My back hurt. Bro, there was a dude on the plane. There was 2 dudes on the plane. This nigga thought he worked there, right?
Yeah.
They just chilled in the back by the bathroom and just stood the whole time.
Bro.
Because he was like, yo, I cannot sit there.
On the flight, middle of flight, for an hour, I was standing up. I was standing in the middle of the aisle. Nobody's telling me to sit the fuck down. Like,
but they didn't even care though. None of them cared.
Yo, they should put the seatbelt on. I stood up. I was like, yo, I'm standing. Bro, first and foremost, worse than Spirit. They have this is real shit. It's worse than Spirit. The seats didn't recline.
Yep.
Right? Spirit doesn't recline. Motherfuckers didn't have any charging ports for the phone.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah,
no charging ports for the phone. No TV.
And the Wi-Fi was trash.
And it was hot. I was sweating by my armpits and everything, bro. It was hot.
And then you gotta think about it. It's 3 of us dudes in a small. I swear to God, this. If we all just sat close together, that's how the shit was.
Yo, listen, man.
Like really uncomfortable.
Coming back was better.
That shit was brutal, man. But coming back, we had
same airline, but it was just. I guess a better plane. I think it was like a newer plane. So
I
it
think
was
I
good.
think the first plane was from the 90s.
90s. That shit was like from when they went to fucking space.
They
nigga.
gave us
That
a
shit was-
vintage plane.
That
It
shit
was
was.
crazy.
Well, we gonna try this, man. This is shout out to our us going to Colombia. Shout out to Blunt Wisdom, Gina Jazz,
Yeah, that's
for taking the trip with us. Cheers, man. Successful trip.
You did Medellin.
Medellin.
Medellin. Yeah,
Shit don't smell like shit.
Try that first.
It's all right.
Yeah,
It tastes like vodka. What is it?
yeah, you taste licorice.
Yeah.
You taste licorice for sure.
You're not gonna taste it?
I'll let it see.
You gonna let us see how we feel real quick?
Yeah.
It tastes like licorice.
Yeah, for sure. It tastes like licorice.
But they was buying bottles and bottles of these shits in the spots.
Oh,
You don't smell like nothing.
dude.
And it's hitting me like this because I'm not used to it.
That's all right, man. But yeah, that was our Colombia trip, man. I hope you guys
Nice,
enjoyed
nice.
Listen,
our trip.
there's a lot more stuff to happen, but you gotta tune into the Patreon. There's a lot that happened in a matter of 96 hours.
That's how long y'all was out there for? 96 hours?
Well, it was 4 days. I'm counting 4 days. I ain't count Sunday.
Well, Sunday had a very peaceful day too.
Sunday we went to a restaurant called Mondongos. There's like another like semi high end spot, and we had burgers the day before. That shit was trash.
Oh my god!
Yo,
I didn't even eat the burger.
Yo, that's
from a restaurant.
Yeah,
it was,
and it was a
trash.
burger spot. And we was
But
like,
the breakfast that Gina, myself, and Brandon, we went to a breakfast spot on a corner. Bro, we had like this scrambled eggs that had like was seasoned with sazon and stuff like that, and it came with rice and beans. Rice and beans seems like that. So it seems like rice and beans together is like a breakfast dish because in Colombia, it's way different from the Caribbean of Spanish, right, of the Latinos, right? Because we use rice and beans, so rice and beans go together. To them, the beans are a soup. So you get if you order beans called frijoles, if you order that, that's a soup.
yeah,
And then you get like the rice and you dip the beans in there. If you put it together, I put all that shit together.
they looked at us mad funny.
He looked at it, he said, "You're Puerto Rican, right?" He said, "You're Puerto Rican." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but the beans, they give you like a big ass plate like this, and it's like you throw all this shit in the beans and then eat it like a soup. I wasn't having that though, because you gotta have me farting all day.
But that was good though. And you know what's crazy? Realistically, I'm allergic to plants and mainly trees. I have allergies all year round. All year round. Like my nose is stuffy every year. I have to get nasal spray and allergy medicine every day because of that, right? Mm-hmm. Out there, I'm in a mountain city. And I forgot about my nasal spray. And I didn't need it at all. That was my nose was the clearest it's ever been in my life. So I start to question, like, are they putting stuff in like here in this country? Like,
no, it's the pollution.
Yeah, this air is dirty. But when we got back, man, I felt depressed.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to North Dakota, you fresh air.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
I've
heard that. Even going up to the like
Denver.
I was in Puerto Rico.
Like
in Puerto Rico, I get allergies all year round.
Oh, no, Puerto Rico, I'll be beautiful.
I get allergies all year round in Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, especially in the country.
Did y'all get any subscribers out there?
No, sorry. No, but I'm gonna be honest. I was being a dog. I didn't.
You didn't even think that far.
Yeah,
I mean, you're on vacation, so
Yeah,
it's not even. It's not to be thought of. It was just a question.
And Justin didn't know how to translate much about 40 Central in Spanish.
Oh, that's about.
Danny, get it. Can you get out of here, homeboy? He said, "Can you tell me what channel the Laker game is on?"
It's on TNT. Oh, the Lakers. Oh shit.
Did he just get on just to ask you about it?
Yeah, he just called me too.
Well, the joke is that the Lakers are eliminated.
Yeah.
Big Boston, big C's. We up right now at half. We're about to go make the series 3-2. Go back to Miami, get it there, come back home, close the series. Bang. Like I said. Hey. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Let's go. But yeah, man, we done with this.
Yeah, I mean, yo, I hope I hope Gina and Jazz had a good time. They didn't get to hang out with us as much as we was outside.
Okay.
It was outside for the daytime. I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you guys got to see me and Justin in real life action, and understand what me and Justin be talking about when we talk about our stories.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But yeah, what's up? What we got? Let's talk about something else. You got any other questions though?
About Colombia?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all pretty much explained everything in enough depth. I feel like any questions other than that, just getting into things that don't need to be discussed on the podcast.
Live.
But yeah, you know, we got to plan the next trip.
Yeah.
I'm going back in September.
Yeah. Like I tell everybody, I'm perfectly fine in my country. I'll go right to Cali. I'm fine in Miami. Furthest I'll go is Puerto Rico. But
you want to do Colombia?
Really? I don't even speak Spanish. So
you don't have to speak Spanish. You speak English.
Nah, I'm good.
How you think Brandi got by? Brandi don't speak no Spanish at all.
Brandi got by with Google Translate.
Oh, yo, bro, that shit was funny.
Chill.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Chill.
I'm not doing that.
Chill.
Yeah, I'm not putting it out there. I'm saying that shit was funny. Yeah, this nigga's hit. This shit hitting quick. This shit hitting quick.
You drunk?
I'm not drunk, but I feel it. That shit's hitting quick.
That's crazy.
Nah, but you don't even take the shot.
I know because I'm like,
this is a shot?
Yeah. That's the shots we were taking out there.
I don't know.
Oh, like let me tell you about the shots over there though. We was at a spot, and I drank like 15 shots at one spot, right? 15 shots is a bottle. That's like a bottle of liquor. 16 shots is a bottle. I had about 15 shots, and I felt sober as fuck. I'm like, damn, my time's up. Like I was questioning myself. But the girl I was drinking with, she was taking shots with me. And she's like 4'10", like 120 pounds, 125 pounds. Mm-hmm. Like there was no way possible that she was sober too, but she said she was drunk. And then I called her out when I was showing her the next day. I called her out on that. I was like, "Yo, like those are water shots, you know that, right?" She goes, "No, those are water shots." Like, I felt drunk. He did it. I'm like, so I was ordering her regular shots because she was drinking the same tequila I was drinking, right? So I was ordering regular shots, but I swapped it, right? Well, my shots, I'm like, you're gonna drink my shots now, right? Mm-hmm. Bro. She fell asleep at the spot.
Nah.
After like 6 shots, she fell asleep at the spot. I'm like, see, 15 shots and 6 shots. I don't want to hit nothing. She fell asleep right at the spot.
That is crazy.
That was like, yeah, that was crazy.
And you just left her there?
Nah, I ain't leave her just like that, but
nice guy.
Yeah.
Overall, we all made it back home safe.
Yeah.
We all had everything, whatever the obstacles we did have, especially we had a lot of obstacles, especially with drivers and shit like that and people trying to finesse. But we made that. Me and Kev know that we don't need none of that shit no more.
That's a fact. Listen.
How you like it?
I didn't taste it. I'm just trying to get over this.
You keep on just bringing it?
It's like I'm smelling it.
Oh.
Bro, just hold your nostrils, man.
Like you jumping in the pool.
Like you jumping in the pool. Bro.
Yo, you ever notice how fucking planes, they drive really slow?
They actually drive really fast. It just look
like a Woody from Toy Story caught up to a fucking plane, my nigga. There's no way them should be mad slow.
Bro, did you just compare it to a Pixar?
Because I'm like, yo, we supposed to be leaving. I'm sitting there because I'm in the middle, and I'm like, yo, like the plane driving mad slow. I'm like,
no, but he got there fast.
Nah, you was already asleep. I was the one.
We were supposed to land at 5:15. We landed at 4:55.
Oh yeah, because he was speeding in the air.
Planes go like 400 miles an hour.
In the air, yo, bro. You know how you on a plane, you don't feel the speed.
Yeah.
No, he was out, bro. I was like this. I was like, oh shit. He was speeding, bro.
Yeah, I think it's probably.
He was.
That's not a good pilot.
He was, bro. I've never felt a plane go. I've never felt
it's Avianca.
Fast in the plane.
It's Avianca.
Some niggas was speeding like.
It's Avianca. Avianca airline.
I'll never take that.
Oh, shout out to Hamlet. Shout out to Hamlet.
I fired him. Yo,
Hamilton,
Listen, yo,
man.
listen,
Mikey, what up?
Listen, yo.
Mikey, I'll give you the real later.
Brandon hired these guys to like for tourism and everything, right? He said it was like security or whatever, right?
When you poured us more drinks?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. So Brandon hires these guys like for security and everything in Colombia, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, whatever. Like, I made jokes about it. You heard me make jokes about it for like the whole time.
He was like,
right?
them bitch ass niggas.
You was wild. Nah, you was wild.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, but because it was crazy, right? So I'm like, literally that day, right? I was on the firing basis. Like, we fired the guy that had the whole shit, and we kept the guy that was like, that drove us, right? I was like, yo, we'd rather pay you than pay that guy, right?
Okay.
Rather pay you than pay that guy. So he chilled with us. We paid him in pesos, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he would have charged the regular price, we would have gave it to him because I didn't want to deal with that guy. But I was on a firing spree. Like, I fired the main guy. Then I was gonna fire, and then we're dealing with this guy. I wanted to fire in that guy, Hamlet, whatever his name is, right? I wanted to fire in Hamlet because, like, you don't know how to speak up, right? I asked you a price. You give me a price. Cool. If you would have over exceeded the price, it's fine. That's your price.
Yeah.
You tell me a price, but don't swap prices, right? In the middle of something where we just actually grouped budget. We grouped up a budget. I don't want to explain. If I tell you it's $50, everybody pay $50. I'm just throwing up a number.
Yeah.
If I tell you everybody's $50, right? It's 4 people. That's $200, right? Everybody's $200. I bet. Cool. All of a sudden, yo, papi, it's $240 now. What? Now you trying to play me? I'm saying now I gotta explain to everybody. Oh, you gotta cough up like $5, $10. No, I'm not doing that.
Yo,
No,
funny shit though. You fired somebody every day.
Every day. Every day.
And now that I think about it, we fired the first nigga.
I fired the main the guy's company, and then I fired Hamilton.
Hamilton was cool though.
He was cool, but he sucked at his job, so I fired him, right? And then he sends me. He's like, oh, my friend is good. My friend is good. So I'm like, all right, so your friend's good. All right, so bring your friend, and then you probably could make some money back off of this, right?
Oh, but hold on, I just got a clarifying question. So Hamlet was Hamilton. Who, like, how did y'all find him? He was like
Hamilton
part of the main guys.
So there's a company that Brandon hired.
These are all Brandon's people.
Yeah. Right? And I was just firing his guys. And then after that, like the last guy.
Hold on, we went to the tour.
The last guy.
Nigga fired him after the tour.
Yo, no, it pissed me off. So check this out. The nigga comes in and charges 200K pesos, right? 200K pesos is like what, like $40, whatever, right? All right, wait. He charges he says, oh, this is for everything. All right, cool. This is for everything. For the tour and everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Right? And I asked him numerous times for everything, the tour and everything. Yeah. It's for the tour and everything. Pays for everything. Pays for everything. Yeah. All right, cool. So we go to the tour, right? Drops us off at Comuna Tres. We go to the tour, right? We chilling. We cool with the new dude. I got the new dude's number and everything, right? The dude that does the tour and everything, because I got some business I got to intake with him and everything. But so I took his number.
Shit. Oh,
yo,
some shit.
So I took down his number and everything, right? And he was cool. Cool dude. Dude's name is John. He was a cool dude, right? And long story short, right? John tells us at the end, he said, "Oh, it's 10,000 an hour, right? Per person, right? Per person. So mind you, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, right?
Still though,
but it's just like I looked at him. I was like,
and all we needed him was to hold our bags while we just chill.
So hold on. Wait, he didn't even have bags.
No, we needed him for. Oh, you talking about
Yo, so I'm talking about the
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, yo, 200,000. You get 200,000 for this guy, and I gotta pay 40,000 for this guy, right? So I make 240,000 in one day. I'm like, that's how I'm looking at it, right? So I'm like, all right, this dude just trying to play me, right? So we go back in that dude's car. I looked at him. I said, "You told me you had it all. Told me it was everything." He goes, "No. I says everything for me to drive you there and drive back." I was like, "So no, I didn't ask you that. I asked you it was going to Comuna Tres and it was to pay the guy and everything too. I asked you that." So, I didn't understand that. I'm like, you didn't understand that. I had I had like legit a 3 to 5 minute conversation about it with you. 3 to 5 minute conversation.
We left Kevin in the front seat
yeah,
so that he could speak to them.
because I spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
shout out to Jazz.
Was you the only one?
Nah,
me and Jazz.
Him and Jazz.
So I'm telling him like, all right, so listen, we gotta go to the supermarket. You gonna wait it up? You gonna wait it out for us to the supermarket? At least we'll go to the supermarket. Then and the girls have to, they're gonna buy some groceries and everything. So you gonna drive them back home? So I gotta go. You gonna drive them back home? He was like, all right, we'll wait. I'll wait. All right, cool. All right. So so he waits, and then Justin and Brandon walk off, and then I just walk off, right? And I said, I told the guy, he said, oh, are the girls coming? Because I got said they'll be there, they'll be coming. You could drop them off home. And then you just walk. I just walked. Then you go about your way, right? Then you can go about your way. I just took a stroll around. I took a stroll around the location, everything. And then I brought back food and everything, right? So the next day, it was the day we were supposed to leave, right? The next day was supposed to be the day we were supposed to leave, right? So the next day, I call him in the morning. Right? I was like, listen, do you want to make some money, right, for 4 hours, right, and then drop us off to the airport? How much would you charge? He said, oh, for all that, 150,000. You sure? You sure? 150,000. You stay with us for 4 hours and then take us to the airport, right? 6 o'clock, you take us to the airport for 4 hours. All we needed you is to hold a suitcase. You could have drove off anywhere, but we need you back at the location by 6 o'clock.
So we was gonna go to the mall and just walk around.
2 to 6, drop us off the mall. 6 o'clock, come at. You could have drove off, do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever, but just leave our suitcases in your car. That's all I'm paying you for. That's it. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I got you. Cool. 2 o'clock, right? Our Airbnb checkout was at 11. Yeah. So between 11 to 2, it was pouring rain that day. So by 11 to 12:30, we went to go eat something, right? And then 12:30, we walked back, and the Airbnb host said, you can stay at this place until 2 o'clock. So we stood there till like 2 o'clock.
We left exactly at 2. We didn't want to like
we don't want to overstay. We left like directly at 2. And we stood at the front. I called this guy at 1:45. He didn't answer. 1:55, I called him. He didn't answer. 2:05, I called him. He said, "Oh, yeah. I'm around the corner. 2:20 hits. He didn't come. I said, "Bro, change the plans. That's it."
Kev said, "Yo, what we gonna do? Y'all gonna get in an Uber? We gonna get in an Uber. We gonna fuck this nigga." We said, "Yo, it's gonna be cheaper anyway." The Uber was like $7.
So what we did we got to the mall. What we should have done from the beginning is the Uber was like $5 or $6 each, right? For the SUV ones. So we go into the mall. Once we get into the mall, we just took turns watching suitcases. You know what I'm saying? Like 3, like us 5, like 2 would go one way, 1 would go another way, and 1 would stay by the suitcase for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, come back with some stuff, whatever it is, and we just swap around turns. And it just made sense. You just sit down.
Instead of us paying, it was cheaper. We paid $7 each cab.
Either way, and like Gina and Jazz had to leave a little earlier. Yeah. They had to leave a little early because their flight was early. You know? So, but yeah, I mean, it worked out.
And Kev text them like, "Yo, don't change your plans. Don't come."
Yeah, like
we taking an Uber.
And then he calls me.
Kev, nigga call him. Kev looks at me. He goes, "Yo, this nigga calling me." I said, "You gonna answer?" He said, "Nah, fuck this nigga." and just banged it.
Yo, listen, I'm not saying, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Colombia is not dangerous. I don't know. I personally, the way I live life is that I don't care. I don't care about like all that stupid stuff. I'm saying I personally don't care. That's me, right? I don't care. So it's like that type of stuff, like that can happen to you. Anything that these say can happen in Colombia happens in America. I'm saying that type of stuff can happen in America at any point. So it's like taxi drivers get tourists all the time. They rob tourists all the time. Everything like that type of stuff happens here. So why would I be scared of that happening there? I'm saying like it can happen to me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see it as a way I feel I take it as a fear-mongering situation. Like we have tourism that go there and they leave successfully. There's people that come from America that speak no English. I mean, speak no Spanish. Like the guy that you met, he barely speaks Spanish.
No, he did.
Bro, I spoke to him in Spanish. His Spanish is horrible.
Oh, and he lives there.
Yeah, and he lives in Colombia. His Spanish is horrible. I cannot make out what he was saying.
Nah,
so
you know whose Spanish was fire though? Nikki's Spanish was fire. Forget it. Let me see that. The white chick.
Oh yeah. She was really good in Spanish.
Yeah.
She was really turned up on my Spanish too, though.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
You
yeah,
like watching the game. Yeah, no,
These
but
niggas gonna come back, bro. Oh,
but yeah,
she-
man. But let's talk. Like, let's talk about something else though.
Yeah. Okay, Colombia was a.
Colombia was a hit.
If you before we get off this, if
Yeah.
you've never been to Colombia, make sure you go to Colombia. Go to Medellin. Medellin is a spot that barely anybody speaks about, but it's a beautiful location. And check out Cali and check out Cali, Colombia, and check out Cartagena, Colombia. Best believe it will be your best experience of your life. Promise
Facts.
you. All right. Go ahead.
Let's talk about something else though.
Colombia.
What we
That's
gotta
racist.
do is put a poll up or something like that for where y'all want us to go as for our next anniversary next. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was stupid.
Like I said, man, I'm perfectly fine in my country, in my backyard. I'm not pressed to leave the States.
What you got on the docket?
So we did Colombia, we did Nike. The Celtics are playing right now. If you do care about basketball conversation, you can tap in tomorrow. We're gonna have our basketball analyst Amber from from Indianapolis. She's going to be a part of the show to talk basketball, to talk sports. We're gonna be starting that at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Prompt at 8.
And then after that, 10:30ish, we're gonna be live with Blunt Wisdom. They have another guest that interview that we will be assisting them with and going on and doing as a joint venture with them. So please just look out for us for probably the majority of the night.
Yeah, so y'all ain't doing nothing on Friday night because everybody's broke. So
That's a fact.
you're gonna be home chilling, just throw it on the TV. Let it ride. Even if you go out, still leave it on the TV. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be paying that much for electricity anyway. So let it run on the TV while it's going. It's gonna be a great, productive, fun conversation. And if you want to come on here, don't be afraid to come on here and talk your talk. But with that being said, let's start with the RIP to the legendary queen of rock and roll, Miss Tina Turner. Unfortunately, has passed away. I think it was, if not today, it was yesterday.
No, yesterday.
Yesterday, Tina Turner passed away. Prayers and thoughts to her family and her loved ones in this tumultuous time. And I can't even imagine what she's going through, but she lived a long life, man. I think she was
83.
83.
Born in 1939. She was
1939. So she's seen a lot and experienced a lot, and her voice has impacted this world for decades on decades, and will continue to impact this world for as long as humans are going to be here. She will have a legendary place in just art, especially musical art. She's impacted our moms, our grandmas, some of our great grandmas. That's how long she's been in the game, and she definitely deserves her flowers as she transitions into the spiritual realm. And I know that while she's there, she will she will bless that realm as well. So she's not gone; she just transitioned. And to all those who are fans of her, I send my condolences to you, and I hope that this time is a time where you reflect on her impact, reflect on how she impacted you, reflect on the times where you heard her songs on the radio, or seen her in concert, or if you was in Skate Key, wherever you were in that party, that dance hall. Just reminisce about the good times, and just do your best to keep her spirit alive in a positive manner. So, R.I.P. Tina Turner.
How many Tina Turner songs can you name?
None. I didn't.
yo, you know what's funny? That
This is not a laughing subject, bro. I'm just saying.
It's not a laughing subject, but like I had asked, I had asked, but he was
My name's Justin.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
You saw him. I had
Yo,
he
the
was
bro,
struggling.
but this is crazy. This is actually hit me.
This is alright. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This is actually hit me.
Cheers,
Bro, I had one shot.
Nah, this shit's good.
Wow.
Why we didn't get this? Because this shit would have been like $2 over there. Why we didn't do that?
Yeah, bro.
Bottle of this would have been like.
I got it. You know.
All right,
moving forward, that's aguardiente.
Yeah.
Aguardiente.
Yeah.
Bésame.
Yo.
Oh, you being a bitch.
I am, man.
Wow.
I am.
Said, call me
I am. I am. What were you gonna say about Tina Turner?
So it's about Tina Turner and with him,
some of her tops.
And I had said like, yo, can you name a Tina Turner song off the top of your head? He said, nah, I can't. I was like, I can't either. So
she didn't do I'm Every. No, that's what he used.
I thought she did Maniac, and I found out Maniac was a guy.
I told you.
Oh shit.
Maniac.
She did The Best, Typical Male, We Don't Need Another, Proud Mary, Nut Bush, City Limits, Better Be Good to Me, What's Love?
That's the only one
got
I care
to do with it.
What's love got to do?
I thought that was Whitney Houston. River Deep.
She probably covered it.
Maybe Simply.
But this is for like the older crowd. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm. But again, even though it's for
she shaped the music industry in general.
Exactly.
Yep.
Even though it's for the older crowd, that older crowd was influenced by that and passed some of that down.
Kev has a fun fact about Tina Turner.
Who?
Yep, her hair.
Oh, Tina Turner wears a wig. She was nasty, right?
It don't taste that bad. Why does Tina Turner wear a wig?
She wears a wig because I think as a hairstylist like had kind of messed up her hair like back in the 60s or 70s, messed up her hair, and I think she kind of went bald in that, and from that, and then from there it became her style to wear a wig her whole life. So from the 60s to now, she was wearing wigs.
Yep. Just because somebody fucked her hair up once.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is Ike still alive?
Nah. Ike Turner?
He's dead?
Oh yeah, he's been dead for years.
I don't know, because we thought Beetlejuice was dead.
Beetlejuice.
And then we Googled that shit earlier today, and we're like, I don't know, you gotta check that shit. Yo, places I would say for the next trip: Costa Rica, Brazil, Portugal, Spain, Panama, Belize. You know what?
Ike Turner died December 12th, 2007.
No, 40 Central and Four Corners Boxing, and we could make that a family trip. That gotta be a family trip when we go.
Vegas, you better go there with a budget, man, because Vegas is expensive.
Gina wants to go to Vegas.
That's expensive.
Yeah, we could do. I can't do Vegas. I'm a gambler, but I'll go.
That's expensive.
Like I said, man, I love my country.
Yeah,
that's expensive. You better go there.
Talk about love your country, man. Let's talk about Ron the Sanctimonious. You want to talk about him? I know you want to talk about him.
I mean, like, it's like.
Let's do it, Mo. We talk about it. We will talk about it. We will get in a group chat to talk about it.
It's like I like DeSantis. I really do like DeSantis, and I do feel like a lot of people in America, when Trump was running, it was talking about like potentially running and everything. It was just like a lot of people came out and saying that they really don't like Trump because he is not politically correct, while DeSantis is politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
But and I did say that I will pick DeSantis over Trump at one point. I did say that. I remember I did say that before.
Mm-hmm.
But I double back on it because it's like I feel as the time changes and everything goes, whatever it is, I feel like DeSantis will be a great politician to be in office. He would be great. He would be great. But you got to remember too, is like you and I was out of my mind for even saying that because the guy Trump started the American First movement. He started that movement and like putting American people and American politics first before any other country.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's very respectable. So I was kind of out of line for even saying that, DeSantis should go over Trump. But DeSantis is more politically
Oh, yeah,
correct.
you did say that.
Yeah, DeSantis is more politically correct than Trump. But the guy Trump is entertaining as fuck too, man. Like, this guy here. This guy here, he did great with the economy. His economy was great. He was just like crazy with his words, but he did great with the economy. And now he's coming back even crazier with his words because, have y'all seen what he posted on Instagram? Have y'all seen that?
I don't think anybody follows him.
Oh, I think people follow him.
I mean, like people that like watch this show.
Yo, bro, you'd be
Oh,
surprised.
Like people that watch this show.
You'd be surprised. This dude is funny. Like if you guys look at the last 3 videos that he posted, shitting on DeSantis, that shit was funny. He's just like the guy just has he's a guy with a sense of humor. He's a guy with a sense of humor. His mind is in the right place, and he loves the country. He loves the country. I mean, you can't get more than that, man. Somebody that loves the country and wants to put this country first, it's something that you should always look at, and especially a guy that is not bought by politicians. He's not bought by any other government. The guy literally is a billionaire, and he has a crap load of money. He got out of office, and he still has a crap load of money. They're getting all these lawsuits, and he still has a crap load of money. That's something you should look at. Like the guy doesn't care about the money that the government's giving him, whatever it is. The guy evades taxes. Wait, not evades taxes. He finds loopholes in taxes. Sorry. Finds loopholes in taxes to not pay certain taxes because he hates how these people pay use his money for taxes. And I hate how they use the money for taxes, but I can't. But I'm not in a financial space to do that.
Yeah.
So do what he's doing. So I gotta pay it the way they want me to pay it. You know what I'm saying? So overall, that's a guy that you should really look at instead of getting emotions involved. That's the guy you should really look at and why they hate this guy so much. If they hate him this much, I should vote for him to see, to make the guys that hate him, come out of the closet of basically showing themselves on why they hate this guy so much. Because eventually it's gonna show. Eventually all that's gonna show. So but DeSantis announced his presidential nominee yesterday, and the server shut down on Twitter, which is really funny, because that was the first time that ever happened in American history. Your server shut down.
I can see why though.
Because
so many people was gonna go on the server. Servers jam. Servers jam when you go buy sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but
big releases and shit like that. You can see why.
I know. I get it. I'm not knocking it. I just get it, and that's the first time that ever happened in American history that your server shut down and people didn't even get to hear your nomination for your presidential run.
Yeah, but my thing is, why would you do it like that?
Well, because
come on,
he should have just went to BET.
That would have worked.
Well,
that would have worked though.
But no, he could have done on BET, but they're saying that he doesn't want black people in Florida.
I saw that NAACP.
But NAACP, but that's what they're saying. And you know why they're saying that, right? You know why they're saying it, right?
No, tell us.
Because the reason why they're saying it is because he said woke is where Florida is where woke dies. Right? And they crab the woke agenda because it says mostly the black community that preaches the woke agenda.
Which is false.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So they took the woke agenda, the word woke, and they say, oh, he says this Florida is where black people die. You know what I'm saying? That's how they take it. Black and Mexicans, they die in Florida. And that's the agenda that they're pushing out because of that.
Stop listening.
But no funny shit though. I did hear that from a couple of people about DeSantis. Oh yeah, he don't like black people. What? Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're always gonna say Republicans don't like black people.
That's what I'm saying. You say that about him, but then y'all elected the president who locked up more black people than anybody that you claim hates.
And vice president also. And Kamala Harris locked up a lot of black people and laughed about it.
But y'all will never say they hate black.
Yeah,
come on, bro. We're not even gonna I don't even entertain conversations like that.
It is what it is, though. I mean, it's just people get very sensitive about it because the news doesn't say it, but it is what it is. I mean,
so how do you think, realistically, how do you think that he stands up against any other candidate in the Republican Party?
Who, DeSantis?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, honestly, I think it was a bad idea. Like, because even people I know that support DeSantis 100%. I know people that love DeSantis over Trump, right? And they're saying it's the same exact thing, that it just doesn't make any sense why DeSantis is running for against Trump, because you're not going to beat Trump. Trump started the MAGA movement, and he brought up a new Republican Party, which is literally way more than the actual the original Republican Party. The MAGA Republicans are basically the ones that are completely against government. You know what I'm saying, where you had the Republicans that are actually that are supportive of government but small government.
What if? Let me ask you a question, and I'm going left field. You got Democrats, you got Republicans, you got what's all the shit that you
MAGA Republicans?
No. You could vote for Democrat, independents, right?
Libertarians.
What
Green
if
Party.
a MAGA Republican that they really just went to one of the other parties?
I mean, that can happen. That can happen. Yeah, that can definitely can happen.
Because you're saying that he kind of built his own type
Wait,
of Republican party.
yeah.
But what if they went to and what is it, independent?
Independent or libertarian. Well, wasn't Trump a Democrat?
Trump always said that if he ran for politics, he would run as a Republican, right? He always said that. But he was a donor to the Democratic Party, and especially to Chuck Schumer. He was in Chuck Schumer's pockets heavy because it was for loopholes. Millionaires do it. Billionaires do it all the time. They donate to politicians that they feel like they're gonna get reelected. And so the politician could do things in favors for them, right? So everybody does stuff like that. So Trump,
if any of y'all want to put some money in our pockets, we do some favors for y'all. Fuck that. We take a bill.
So Trump was in Chuck Schumer's pockets heavy, and then when Trump ran as a Republican, of course, they wanted to crap on him behind that. But yeah, he had a lot of business with Chuck Schumer, and come to find out that Chuck Schumer's grandfather used to work with Trump's dad, in constructions.
So it goes deep.
Yeah. So when they talk about that Trump's father was a racist, right? That's what they say. That Trump's father was a racist and everything. Chuck Schumer's grandfather used to work with him. So what does that make him? I'm saying, what does that make him? They were good friends.
Are any of them alive?
No.
You just said Trump is 80 years old.
Yeah, Trump is pushing 80.
Yeah,
Trump is pushing 80, man. He's an old man, and Chuck Schumer is old too. Chuck Schumer's pushing that same thing too.
So nobody beats Trump in a Republican primary. I think that's what
Trump is at 62%, while DeSantis is at 19.
So yeah, it would take a lot for that gap to even come close to being a threat. I don't see that happening, especially given how Biden is running the country. Everybody feels like Trump has got.
But it's also RFK is running. Robert Kennedy.
Yeah.
Robert Kennedy is running. And I noticed a lot of Democrats, because we do have a lot of moderate Democrats, and we haven't had a moderate Democrat running for politics in a long time.
True.
We just had the Socialist Democrats running. So we had a lot of moderate Democrats that are switching over to run for RFK. True. And they're censoring RFK heavy. RFK is getting the wrath of the censorship.
I haven't gotten a chance to listen to him.
Yeah, they're censoring him. He spoke against vaccines. He spoke against the CIA. They said the CIA killed his uncle. Right?
Okay,
he spoke.
Wasn't he really talking out about it too?
Yeah,
he's not going to win, so you ain't even got to worry about that.
Yeah, he talked about that. He talked about it.
CIA,
but
not going to win now. It's over.
He talked about that. He said the CIA killed his uncle, and
and what if they did?
NBC cut it off, and they said that he was spreading misinformation. That's basically what they did. So they didn't even show his interview. They just say he was spreading misinformation. So they did.
And the Kanye treatment?
Yeah, exactly what they did. Kanye treatment. Sad.
Yeah. Sad. I mean, well, if you are spreading misinformation and you're trying to run for the president of the United States, if you can prove that it's misinformation.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to prove misinformation. You can't just the media.
Yeah, but who the fuck are the fact checkers? That's what I'm saying.
So the thing is this: the way how it's supposed to be, the media was never supposed to be the thing that tells you this misinformation or is not misinformation. They're supposed to give you what this guy's telling you. This guy's running for president. Supposed to give you the information that he's running for. He tells you what it is, and you do your own research. You doing your own research for what he's saying. If you like what he's saying, then that's the candidate for you. You know what I'm saying? For you to censor him, it's insane. You should not be censoring a guy that's running, especially a guy that's running for politics. That guy is literally speaking out what he feels. If you think he's crazy, don't vote for him. But for you to censor it, it's crazy.
I think that is true, but I also think at the same time, we just talked about being in people's pockets, and I feel like the media is the same way as these politicians. There are people that are paying these mass media outlets to allow certain messages to be said and to make sure certain messages die. And if you're not in the right pockets, then they will silence you. And I think that's what we're seeing here. He could be speaking 100% facts,
but it wasn't like that before. That's what I'm trying to say.
What you mean?
This whole censorship thing was never like this before. The censorship thing is a new thing. Started
after Trump. Actually,
yeah, it started during and after Trump. You know what I'm saying? And they only censor people that don't follow the agenda that they want you to follow, which is mainly the Republican Party. RFK is the first Democrat right now that is running under America First policy. You know what I'm saying? He's running under America First. So that is a big thing because we have a Democrat that's running in office that's literally willing to put the country first. Personally, as long as you keep your word and you put this country first before you put Germany, Ukraine, Russia, China, whatever it is, as long as you put this country first before everybody, I wouldn't care what of you being in office. I don't care who's in office. Don't mess with my money and just put this country first so we can thrive, so we can help other people personally. How can I help you if I'm not in a position to help? You know what I'm saying? The government shouldn't be the ones dictating who they should be helping, like helping Ukraine. Like, bro, like, listen, you gave way too much money to Ukraine. Ukraine needs to figure it out already. I'm sorry, like they're in war, but they need to figure it out already, bro. Like this is insane. This is insane.
I mean, but they are over there fighting for their lives.
They are fighting for their lives, absolutely. But this type of stuff, Crimea was about to be under attack when Obama was in office, right? They were about to be under attack. When Trump got in office, they were moving in. Trump stopped it. Trump stopped them going into Crimea. They didn't get in. They stopped it. And then he talked to Putin about getting into Ukraine. He prevented Putin from getting into Ukraine. That's why these wars never happened under Trump. Biden gets in office, but within 8 months of him being in office, he got into Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? So he got into Ukraine and he is attacking Ukraine or whatever it is. And all of a sudden, all this money, mind you, granted, prior to that, they already talked about that he had business with Ukraine that was under the books. You know what I'm saying? So who's to know if it's really a war situation that they're fighting for their lives for, or this is a financial situation for the whole government of Ukraine and saying fuck the people.
I have a question.
Who knows?
For you,
Who knows?
You know what also came out about that about Biden and all them is that the family they said something about the whole family. What is that?
So they have an indictment because the laptop that Biden said and swore under oath that it was a lie. That whole thing that he said it was a lie, that whole thing came out to be true.
Yes, right? They have like 9 people, 9 of his family members.
I don't know, I don't know the numbers of people, whatever it is. I just know that they talking about the laptop situation because the laptop shows proof that Joe Biden himself and Hunter Biden had works with China, had works with Ukraine under the table that were illegal finances. That things that you're not supposed to be doing. And he did it while he was vice president. You know what I'm saying? So they had all this information that's on that laptop because Hunter Biden's laptop got messed up and he went to a computer store. In order to get in a computer store, you have to get into the computer. You know what I'm saying? You have to get into the computer. So the guy has to go see, certain things. And he came across certain things.
Is he still alive?
Huh? I don't know. I haven't heard from him since. I haven't seen him since. Like they haven't got him on the news or anything.
I'm about to say, you know him?
No, so
That's crazy.
But like the dude was talking about it the whole time. He went on the news, talked about it because the guy Hunter Biden forgot to pick up the laptop, and the FBI came and took the laptop from him. You know what I'm saying? So that was a thing.
Imagine you working at a computer shop and then you don't know who Hunter Biden is. course. So he comes in, doped out,
Just give you
give you a laptop, and you looking at this shit.
He said he wasn't trying to go through any of that shit, but he, in order to get access.
Oh, yo, nah, Babo,
Yo, and then somebody hacked his, his iCloud, right? Somebody hacked his iCloud and it released mad videos. It was him, Hunter Biden, literally in a bathtub on the couch with a bunch of little girls. Bro, like legit videos of this stuff. Like this shit was all, they posted it all on Instagram. Of course, Instagram wiped it out, but that shit was all over Instagram for a minute. On Twitter and everything. Put out pictures of him with little girls laying on the couch and everything. And nobody, that's Photoshop.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, like that, you know how crazy that is? Yeah, like you've seen videos, legit videos, and pictures of him. Like literally butt ass naked with little girls. Girls had to be like 16, maybe 15 years old. That's it. Like it was just like, bro, this shit is sick. This shit is sick.
Yeah. Gina wants to know, what do you feel about them saying that we about to have another pandemic? Is it convenient for them to push that agenda because they're going broke?
No,
they made so much money off the infection.
The pandemic, I believe, the pandemic situation, I believe, is like that's their route where they're going to push mail-in ballots again for the new presidential election, because that's the only way they're going to win, through mail-in ballots. That's how I feel personally what it is.
Yo.
I don't think any other way. I don't think any other way that's possible. What up, bro? I don't think any other way is possible.
You don't think? No. So you don't think another one is coming up?
Yeah, I mean potentially, yeah, it could be something coming up.
I saw that they like a school or some shit like that. They put like Omicron with the regular one is more lethal and more potent than ever.
I mean, I don't care.
That they're supposed to be coming out soon.
I don't care.
I
want to know what happens if America defaults.
To what?
Because aren't they saying like America can't pay its bills right now and we might go into default?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm not understanding. Like, what does that mean if America just? Like,
well, we're in the biggest debt. We're in the biggest debt than ever. This country's in the biggest debt than ever. Like it just happens to get worse and worse. And as we don't focus on our situations, keep focusing on Ukraine's bullshit, we are not gonna move forward on anything. We keep focusing on everybody else. We're not focusing on us. Like I said before, how can I make sure that you're good if I'm not good? So that's why you should always put America first. You should prior to all the bullshit America's done in the past, whatever. But like we're moving forward, this country should be put first before you
zoom out on the lens first.
This country should always be put first. If you represent this country, you should put this country first before you put other countries first.
Yeah.
So that's all the way you're gonna get yourself out of these debts, and then you have to learn how to make this country back to being a manufacturing country. You know, so if we're not providing for other countries, how are we gonna make profits? How are we gonna do anything?
I mean, we got hip hop. We produce hip hop, right?
Hip hop.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Gosh, shut the fuck.
Yeah, that's what America produces. We produce hip hop.
Hip hop.
That's what we got. Hip hop runs the world, man.
Hip hop runs the world.
Who runs the world?
Hip hop.
Lil Durk.
That Lil Durk shit.
The Lil Durk and Cole.
That's Lil Durk and Cole.
That's fire. Come in, bro.
You ready?
Yeah.
Can't complain, man. Sitting here watching these Celtics get this big dub.
What's up?
Yes, sir.
It's from Colombia. You gotta try it.
You gotta try this, bro.
Is it Mike?
It's aguardiente.
It should be, yeah.
Aguardiente. You want it? It's not rum.
On,
it's not
tap
vodka,
the mic real quick.
Aguardiente.
Ah, yeah, it's good. Don't go crazy. Don't give me one of your shots.
Don't get.
Oh man, welcome though, man. Welcome. Surprise guest. Just popped up. So he was pulling up.
I was gonna pull up.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, you did say that. You definitely did.
I really be saying stuff and doing what I say I'm gonna do. I told you I'm gonna pull up.
Welcome, man. Welcome. Long
drive.
time no see.
Drive.
Traffic is nasty. They doing construction on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
On
I know. I was
D,
about
it's
to. I was about to
nasty.
hit you. I was like,
Now, I was really baked because it's traffic. Like as soon as you come past that little turn by the Willis Ave Bridge, it's traffic all
Yo,
over.
and the new lanes that they created,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
That's a
nasty, bro.
bro.
it's a one lane now, right?
Nah, bro. Like
It's
yo,
wicked.
I took a route.
You got so upset just now.
Yeah,
Like,
I took a route. Yeah, yesterday I was going to work, and it rerouted me on the Bruckner, going to the Major Digger, that rerouted me and everything. And he got all these new lanes on the highways and everything. He got ons and offs and everything. It took me right into Hunts Point. It just took me right into Hunts Point. And I'm like, yo,
Shit tastes like black licorice.
that's what we said. It tastes
It
like.
is. It is.
Shit's nasty,
It is.
right?
It is.
That shit nasty.
You like licorice?
Nobody likes liquor.
Nobody likes black licorice.
Nobody.
Licorice.
Not one person on this earth likes black
Yo,
licorice.
you surprised, bro. Some people like that shit.
Nah, that's
Nah,
if you
hell
eat
no.
licorice.
And you eat black licorice, I'm judging. Word.
Nobody
I
eats that shit.
I mean, it's sin azúcar.
Nah, I mean it is, but
It's without sugar.
definitely it's a little warm right
Shit ain't no
Yo, but I ain't gonna lie,
Casamigos.
she got me sweating.
Sweating?
Yeah, she got me sweating.
You need to relax, Pop.
Uh-huh.
Relax, Pop.
Yeah, she got me sweating, bro.
Calm down, man.
This shit.
He trying to live like he back in Colombia.
You're not gonna drink that?
No, I'm not.
Yo, you gotta come to Colombia, bro. Yeah, September. I'm going to September.
Wait. We talk about that after the
Yo,
show.
going to September.
It's-
Yo, it was
You got
a
your
movie.
passport? Oh yeah, you just came from Mexico. Yeah, my fault. No disrespect.
Yo, I was out there for 5 days, bro.
I'm a
Movie.
global
It was a
citizen.
movie.
I'm a global citizen.
It was a movie.
I'm about to get dual citizenship for real.
Yeah.
Where?
Mexico?
I'm getting. I'm doing no. I said Mexico. I was like Mexico. No, but I remember. I was like, why you said Mexico? But you said, I'm about to get the dual citizenship in DR and then get some citizenship back on the motherland. All that.
That's fine.
I need whole access. I need to be able to bust a move and get a
What part of the motherland?
South Africa. Yeah, Cape Town, my favorite place in the world.
All right, what's up with you, man? How you been?
I'm good, bro.
You've been doing a lot since the last time we saw you.
Bro. Yeah, man. It's definitely I'm be like I'm I'm trying to stretch myself right now. I think I got to a place where I got comfortable. Like I was checking boxes. You know what I'm saying? So everything I had put on my to-do list to do, I did it and was kind of like, okay, this is cool. What's next? So and you know, once I got that stuff done and I kind of like did my best, I had to like challenge myself to like better my best and create like some new goals and stuff. So that's why I see some of the like projects and things that I got out there. So right now I'm in the process of getting all of that stuff running. You know what I'm saying? Production company to manage the content, the process, building things out, some events, planning an event here in the town.
Word?
For the town for
I
sure.
definitely want to go to a couple of them, man.
Yeah.
The ones that I can make it to, I definitely want to go to.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning to do something in the town. You know what I'm saying? And working on a tour. So
What's it gonna be about? The event in the town. If you could speak on
I speak quite a bit and it's never here.
Yeah.
So like how do I bless people everywhere else, but you know what I mean, I'm not home. I mean I'm here,
Yeah.
but creating space for people home. So I'm like, yeah, how do I do that in a way that makes sense?
Yeah.
I got a lot of you though. You have a lot of quotables. Like,
You don't got him on the app?
yeah. No, what? What?
The community. You gotta join the community app. He says the daily quotes every day.
Nah, I don't got that. Send me that so I can get
Nah,
that.
I
You got a
got you.
lot of fucking quotables. Like you be outside.
Listen, bro. The crazy thing is like I mean, y'all know me. Like I'm not really like a talker. I ain't like one of them. I'm not like an extroverted person like that. So it just be like a lot of what's brewing internally, but I just share it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I was on you had a live a few days ago, I think with Nikki.
Mhm.
I think that's her name. I don't want
Yeah,
to say.
Nikki.
And she was
Shout out to
saying,
Nikki.
yeah, shout out to Nikki. She was saying how, you know, she was just happy to see you being on live and just talking to people. So how do you deal with like the people that are in your network that are trying to push you to be more talkative and having your voice and face on social media more? Like, how do you deal with that?
It's navigating. Is one being authentic to myself, but also figuring out how to do more inside of that, right? So again, I'm introverted. Like I be mostly to myself. I'm not like a mixy person. You know what I'm saying? If I know you, it's love. If I don't know you, I ain't really trying to get to know you like that. But the work that I do I deal with people. So I have to, like, so in my mind, it was like, I want to have a greater impact, but I can only have greater impact if I deal with more people. So how do I find a way that's true to me where I'm not like around people all the time, but I'm still able to have a broader impact? And, that's why like the pod made more sense because I could sit, record, and the content lives forever. People are able to like get my perspective on things without me having to be face to face and deal with people. So I think a lot of people have been behind the scenes kind of pushing me to get more public, and I've been resistant to it, and I still am to a certain degree. But um, I'm being more intentional about getting out of my own way and not being selfish.
But like, what's in your way though? Like
Me.
okay.
It's like I could choose not to do things. So it's like I don't want to do that. So it's like, yeah, can you come and do this thing? Like, nah, I don't want to do that.
I could just choose not to do
Like, I'm good. I don't want to do that. Like, I just, I enjoy. I mean, I do work quite a bit, but I do enjoy just like chilling and picking my kids up, go and do just like regular stuff, check my
Relaxing.
moms. I be really doing regular shit. Like, if on any given day, I'm go check my mom, see what's up. I'm moving through. I'm cool with that, but that's me being selfish. When you understand purpose and you understand like when you got a calling on you, like there's a responsibility to do certain things. So I'm being more intentional about getting out of my own way and doing things that's comfortable to me, but really stepping into all of that because I ain't gonna lie, Dita Barber, shout out to Dita Barber's like, you an asshole. It's like, you mean to tell me that you got all of this available to you and you just like not you just cool? Like, nah, it is. You gotta understand, like, there's people that really champion the shit that you do. And it means you may not see it, but people champion that, and it's like you can't relax or just be lax about that. You gotta really turn it up. I was like, all right, and sometimes you don't realize what you got at your fingertips until somebody that's true, knock you upside the head.
I felt that because 200 was coming up, and somebody said to me, it was like, yo, y'all did 200. It's time to step it up. Yeah, we got everybody over there watching. Y'all got to do that shit. Y'all got to do this, that, and the third. It's time to really, really, really turn it up. And I was like,
I got something special,
right.
bro. Y'all really got something special. And I'm saying this, but I done told y'all off air. Like, y'all really got something special. You know what I'm saying? So like, I seen it 200. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit inspired me. I was like, my niggas is over here bringing that shit out. I'm like, oh, all right, cool.
Crazy because 200 it's like a lot, but
it is a lot.
It feels like it was right there. I don't know.
200
To me,
It's
it's
a lot.
200 is a body of work.
Yeah.
Like if you
Lot.
never did another episode, y'all got a body of work that's gonna stand the test of time. Period.
200 is a lot.
And what you gotta understand is y'all are doing that's 200, but that's 2-3 hours of 200.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I try to I was my dumb ass be trying to calculate it. I was before the episode. I was like 200 episodes. How many hours of that shit? That was mad. I was like, I'm not doing all that shit. It was too many numbers.
No, because
I know,
we got episodes.
Because we got episodes that's 300. Three hours, 4 hours. We got episodes that's hour and a half. We got, you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
episodes.
yeah, huh?
So we have episodes that's not counted as episodes.
We got episodes
Nah,
that's
that's
not counted
real.
episodes too.
And I like even when it comes to like content, right? Like I was looking like, yo, live streaming would be cool with me because like I'm not with all the editing shit. That's why I got like a production team. I'm not touching that shit. So let me sit and talk.
And y'all do the
You
rest.
ask me to do that, it's not happening. So, part of it was not managing stuff so much and like treating it like a real business and like, okay, you gotta hire some people. You got, you know what I mean? You got payroll, you gotta do certain things, cool. But like what content can I just create that's organic and that's like natural, that's fits me? I could do live streams. Do I want to do them? No. Could I be more consistent doing it? Yeah. And
doing
again,
live streams is not it's hard, but it's like at first it's very, very nerve-wracking. Like because you don't know what and then you don't know who's up, you don't know what's gonna say.
see, that's the thing. For me, I don't
I never cared about it either.
I never care about that.
I don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is like you gotta like when you have a cast or you have other people or you got other people coming on, like people that don't know you and guess that we have no idea who they are. Now we gotta like figure this shit out. It gets kind of in the beginning. It was kind of like nervous, like.
It's not even a drink. It's the licorice shit.
Nah, I don't even taste it anymore. After 2 or 3 cups, you're good.
That shit nasty.
I'm not drinking two.
Stop for me. He was like, yo. He was like, Joe.
I already see where you was going with it. I seen the twinkle in your eye when I walked in. So, yeah.
Got him.
Won't catch me.
So do you feel when like you're stepping into these new realms of doing or just being more out there, do you feel as if you're losing a part of yourself in this pursuit of giving?
It's expanding. I don't look at it like I'm never going to do anything that makes me abandon myself.
Okay.
But it's expanding and tapping into, sort of flexing different aspects. You know what I'm saying? It's like you was just talking about the Celtics. It's like, depending on the game plan, you might have Tatum taking somebody on the left wing, but it don't mean that he can't go to the top of the key. That's working for him right now. You know what I'm saying? So like, let me use all of my game and tap into that. So like, it is a little bit weird, I will say. I'm in a space where I'm as a like introverted person personally with a lot of visibility and attention. It's awkward because stuff around me is changing and I'm watching the way people treat me and the way people like deal with me and the things that come my way. And it's like, what changed exactly except for like, a couple of more people know who I am.
Can you give can you give an example? Like without saying names?
I don't care about. I mean, like, no. It's like, and I probably noticed it more just with the pod, like launching the pod recently, like people I ain't like maybe not spoken to in mad long, or people I don't speak to, or people like, there's certain people that discover you and that's cool, but there's certain people like I've been in the room with you 10 times, but we don't speak. You know what I'm saying? Or attention from like the perception of, oh, this person that I like, I didn't know that you knew these people. I don't, like people start to treat you different based on how the perception is of you. So it's like now that you realize that I know certain people or I have a platform or whatever the case may be, now I'm not different, but you're treating me different because there's opportunities that open up, there's doors that open up, it's a whole bunch of things, and it's literally like I'm watching everything in real time shift. I'm like, oh, this shit is weird. It's uncomfortable a bit, but it's weird.
So how do you handle those people that are changing? Do you just cut them off? Do you tell them about themselves?
I don't say nothing. I want people to be natural.
I agree with that. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't say nothing. I let the people that matter
Gonna matter.
have not changed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's the rest of it's like the different layers of connection. It's weird. Like people that don't. Again, there's people that are just discovering, and I'm in purpose right now. So like, this is not me speaking from ego or anything weird.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some of y'all are acting weird.
Mm-hmm. Do you give the same like energy to like family that are acting weird? To me personally, I like it doesn't matter who it is anymore. If you're acting weird, you're acting weird. So
yeah, I'm gonna be real. If you like, you're not my mother or my kids, bro. You not like nobody's exempt from nothing. Like I'm 100 with everybody. 100. There's nobody that could say like I'm acting funny or I'm being weird or I'm acting different. I'm consistent.
that's gonna come up though.
What's gonna come up?
So everybody will always say that because if you don't give to somebody who asking when they asking,
That's a good point.
he's acting weird.
But people only remember
Yeah.
the bad things you do. Don't remember the good things you do.
Yeah, but I'm consistent in I not really caring about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we was never on that type of time before. So if anything changed, it's why we wasn't doing that before. Why are we starting to do that now?
I mean, I think people look for things to gain. People may think that because y'all probably knew each other's names, that the relationship was more than what you may have proceeded to be. So now that they're seeing, you're being a little more outgoing, your face is on social media a little bit more. It's like, oh, me and him been at this event and we chopped it up. Yo, it was good. Like I'm trying to get on your platform. Like, what's up? And then you'd be like,
It's not even that. I just noticed the difference. Like if I've been around you a bunch of times and you ain't never said nothing to me, and now because you see certain people talking to me, now you want to talk to me or you pay attention in different ways. Oh, that's interesting. So there was no reason for us to speak before. Why are we speaking now?
So where do you do your podcast at?
In Atlanta.
Oh,
In
guess we
Atlanta.
gotta go to Atlanta, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
There's a lot of shit in Atlanta waiting for us. I'm telling you that right now. Like,
Yeah,
we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, it's yeah, I record out there. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, then let's get into the podcast.
Yeah, we.
I don't-
Listen. I'm home right now. We could do.
Then let's talk. So it's the human
behavior mastery.
Human behavior mastery.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that name and what's your podcast?
I just didn't think anything else. It was weird. Actually, yeah, it was. I didn't actually think of the name. I couldn't think of no names. It was. Yeah, I was talking to. I was actually talking to. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't even planning on doing a pod.
Mm.
When I did the social proof episode with Dave. If you watch that episode, he says in the episode, like, "Oh no, we like you're gonna do a podcast." I'm like, "Oh, not." And since when?
Yeah,
When we gonna do that?
Yeah.
Like so you can catch my reaction, but that was really real. That was in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really was saying that, and I was like, "Oh, all right." We recorded that man long ago. It just happened to just come out, but He's like, nah, that's a play. We had did like did some content together, whatever. It was like, nah, it makes sense. Let's figure out to create a platform, use that as a way to promote some of the collaborative things that we're doing. And it just, it makes sense. It's a real synergy.
Yeah.
It's not nothing that's fabricated or nothing weird. Like it's I mean, we playing Monopoly right. I'm playing him right. Like,
Oh, word?
really playing. Like,
That's
it's
crazy.
like family. It's like no different. I said I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
So it's authentic.
I thought you were playing Candy Crush.
So it was just an authentic thing. Like, yo, I can't think of a name, but I'm not gonna let a name stop it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the work that I do is just around like just like self mastery, just like understanding yourself, being authentic to yourself. Like just living in a way that's true to you and on your terms. And so it just kind of organically came up that way.
But that's the best though. That's when it's organic. Like I see a lot of things out there and following numbers and all that shit, and like all the shit that we have right now is organic. You can't sit down and tell us everything we did is for nothing, because every single person that watch us or follow us or that shit is organically cool. You know what I mean? Like just give it. That's why I like when people say we got something special, because like this shit is real.
Now y'all been had something special. Like I tell people, like people look at the inflated numbers and like the following and all that, and I'm like, yo, if you got 500 people following,
imagine 500 people in here.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
500 people in a room is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also you can't quantify the impact of what you do, even if it's one person. If you made a difference in Jay-Z's life because of who he is and how much influence he has, that permeates through the culture because of where he sits. So you never know by just impacting one person what that does to a community or to a family or to whatever. So like, and I know that's difficult for people to grapple with because they're like, yeah, but so and so got 200 or he got a million, but it's real.
Yep.
Like, and I'm saying that because I have people who like hit me up like, yo, thank you for sending that message because I was getting ready to do something, or I like that shit is when I'm like, shit, like you understand the gravity of one person's life. You never know how a person receives what you're doing or who's watching what you do. So like I really learned to respect and honor that shit.
Yeah, most people don't. They be like, oh, I need 10,000 followers. I need 20,000 followers to do what I want to do. And I feel like if you're amongst that mindset, you're already putting yourself down the wrong path, because now you're not thinking about the impact. You're thinking about just the quantity of how many eyes are watching.
Yeah, but then you got to understand there's a curse that comes with that too. There's a gift and a curse that comes with that, because when you are in obscurity, you can make mistakes and nobody sees, nobody knows. When you got eyes on you, you sneeze the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's so it's cool, but once the public is turned on to you, you can't turn that off.
Yeah.
It's weird. I legit was going, I was in Soho earlier, like just getting stuff for my kids, and somebody's like, yo, you like, and I'm like, I had to like catch myself and be like, all right, you could run into somebody anywhere, somebody will see you, and you gotta like really be able to like check yourself.
Yeah.
Like to a degree, you belong in the public, and people will recognize you and say what's up to you, and it's like you're gonna be weird.
Yeah. You know that crazy thing about that, like I'm not scared about that, but I know that because I'm always outside doing something, and there's a lot of people that always been like, yo, I watch this shit. I'm like, oh, do you?
Yeah,
and it's cool as shit. Like
you never know, bro.
But I'm very social person, so it's like, and they come up to me.
I'm not.
And I'm like, yeah, what's up, man?
I'm really not.
Yeah, he's not.
And it's not a
So-
front. Like it's really like I'm not. It's weird for me. Like it's very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then the only thing I do not play about is like, bro, like I'm not a zoo animal, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you want to take a picture of something, just come ask me. But if I catch you recording me or doing something weird, I'm definitely taking your phone. I'm telling you to delete that. Like I'm not. I think that's weird, but yeah. I'm human. Like I'm really real. Other like I don't be doing nothing weird. Like say what's up. I'm gonna say what's up to you.
Mm-hmm. I just think that like a lot of people are not human anymore. Like they just like they robots. Oh, they take pictures. They do that shit. They really don't care. Like you just gonna walk down the street. Like I'm gonna walk down the block. We're gonna walk down. Like I don't think anything is gonna change who we are. I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't been there, but I don't think so.
I mean, if
But
it doesn't change you, then when it changes around you, you're just not gonna be in that environment no more.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna be in the environment no more. Like it's certain things, you know. I checked on my mom's. I forgot about whenever the last time I was, maybe like a week ago or something. Like I was about to stop and go say what's up. And I just seen the environment, was seeing like what was happening. I was like, I'll catch y'all the next time, but I just don't. I ain't have the energy to deal with some of the other things that was around that there was people there that I do care for and I do speak and I do say what's up to, but some of the other shit I'm just like, I'm all right. I'll catch you on the flip. Especially if you got my number, like, I see.
Yeah. I want to go back to this podcast.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this? How many episodes do you have and where can people find the content?
Yeah, so I'm the pod next we drop every Wednesday. So I think I'm on episode 9 now. Next week will be episode 10.
Okay.
So if you Google human behavior mastery or you Google my name, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, you'll find it on the Social Proof Network. But
let's give a round of applause for that.
Everybody go subscribe to that, please. Yeah, we definitely gonna post something about all y'all to go subscribe that.
Yeah, we gotta get you on the pod too.
I'm down, bro. I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it. We was like what last vacation? What was that? Vacation for you? Last vacation. We was thinking about just driving to Atlanta and just going to shoot some shit out there. And no funny, I didn't know like you was doing that.
Yeah, we gotta coordinate it because I definitely like. I'm gonna keep it a band. Like I really wanna start like a Bronx Renaissance, bro. Like for real. Like I'm like I went to the shows. I'm looking at doing something in the shows, but I really wanna like people like it be a lot of Bronx slander. Y'all be soul shaking, but we got a lot of stuff going on in the town. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, the platform that I have, the work that I do, I make sure that people understand that first and foremost, I'm a kid from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Before anything else.
Can't forget that.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever I could do to support or shine light on, I'm down for it. Especially as family. So yeah, pull up. Let's
we
something.
definitely gotta do that shit. Take a drive down there. I'm with it.
This summer.
We do it this summer. I'm with this summer. We take a drive down summer, just chill. We got a lot of people out in Atlanta that we got a studio that's willing to have us go over there. Shout out to what's his name? C Sweet Music.
No, that's Cali.
No, he's in Atlanta.
Oh, he's in
Atlanta.
Cali. Yeah, shout out to C
He's
Sweet
in
Music.
Atlanta.
The creator of the Murder Inc. documentary.
Yeah, he's actually doing another documentary right now. Yeah, we got shout out to what's the other chick that came on here?
don't remember.
She came. She got the famous off of a tweet. What was her name?
Oh, Mercedes Johnson.
Mercedes Johnson. Yes.
Shout out to
Mercedes
Mercedes
Johnson. She's out
Johnson.
there.
Kayla.
Kayla's out there. Kayla got a lot of pull out there. So we definitely need to go down there. I think that we go down there for a week. We come up here with probably like a month full of content.
Yeah, y'all pull up. We record. You know what I'm saying? I'll send y'all the content. Y'all clip it up. Do what y'all want to do with it.
Let's do it.
But yeah, it could be whatever it needs to be.
Matter of fact, we'll after this, next coming days, we'll just look at the schedule, whatever, you know what I mean? You all, and when once I don't got the kids, you know, we out, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Gina's here. She said, what up?
It's Gina said, yeah, Gina hit me. That was the other thing. Like, I'm like, yo, I got a little network vibe cracking, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it. Like, yeah, we gotta rap off the joint because it's a lot of game, and I'm getting game, and I want to get out of game. Appreciate that. But yeah, I'm a definitely pull up. Gina was like, yo, I need you on the joint. Let's do it.
Yeah. Actually, they
I seen it, but I'm like,
they
let's
doing
rock
their
out.
thing though, for real.
Listen, I will pull up. Like,
you gonna be here tomorrow?
She got
some. I don't know when they record
tomorrow.
So they could record on Friday.
Yeah,
because
we'll figure that out.
I gotta go shoot more joints. So like sometimes it be real. It's like sometimes I'll fly out in the morning, go to the A, record, and come right back the same day. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just record a whole bunch of joints. Yeah. Give me some time. But yeah, I need to record some joints, so I need to go out there so that I got some more ammo in the clip.
Yeah, she said not tomorrow. You need your own episode. So.
Yeah, that's cool. We can set it up whenever. You know,
next time you're around, let us know.
Listen, bro. What I will say is, for y'all that do have my number, it's the same number. Y'all use it. Hit me. I really don't be weird. Y'all ever hit me up and I'm acting weird? Y'all ever see me I'm acting weird?
Nah.
Never. I'm always so like nothing has changed, bro. Like, don't make it weird.
Yeah.
Please. I don't want it to be.
Don't make it weird.
So we're understanding human behavior, right? Yeah. People are on this path of life trying to figure out who they are. Like, why am I here? How do you go about answering that question? If somebody's like, I don't know why I'm here, I don't understand my life's purpose.
I mean, whenever somebody says they don't know, that just tells me that you haven't spent enough time with yourself.
Okay.
Right. So you got to be able to get still and separate the noise from outside from your voice, and then whatever higher power you subscribe to. Like you can when you spend enough time with yourself, and there's a difference between being in isolation and being alone. You need alone time because you need to be able to identify your thoughts versus the thoughts that somebody else gave you. If you're not clear on what that is and you can't differentiate, then your shit is scattered. But you take enough time, whether you journal or however you express yourself or you capture that, but you get clear on like, okay, where did I get that thought from? Or why do I feel like that's okay? And once you get clear on what's for you and what feels right to you, then you can start choosing. You can start making choices. You can start. And some people are more clear on that than others, so it takes less work, but it still takes work.
No funny shit. I think that is something similar than what the conversation that me and you had before. You said something like that to me before about what you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we have a friend who doesn't really know himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for somebody to. I'm trying not to like say anything crazy, but it's hard for them to accept the fact that listening to other people's opinions and stuff like that, and not just going along with yourself. Yeah.
But
you know what I'm talking about? I'm trying not to say anything crazy. Tell me if I do. When you bring something up or you say something in some certain type of way, it's not accepted. How do you maneuver around that and try to give them the best advice possible?
You can't force nobody to receive something that they're not ready to receive. That's for me.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did.
Like for me, you know, authenticity is a gift that you can only give yourself. Like being honest, being real is I can't give you real. That's only you could give that to
I
yourself.
could give you my real.
But for me, the way I look at it is if I live my life in a very raw, honest way, then I model the behavior for you. My real may be different than yours, but I'm showing you how to do it so that you can give it to yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you got to be like, bro, that's not you, bro. Like, that's not like I'm. First of all, I don't even want to have a conversation like that with you. We talking about some shit that's in the ether. If you do care about what people think, that's cool. But let's get to the root of why you care about what people think.
You're not comfortable with yourself.
Why you not comfortable with yourself?
That's all it is. That's all it boils down to.
Who told you something about yourself, or who did you allow speak to you in a way or make you feel a way where you felt like something was wrong with you? 'Cause that's all it is. You feel like something's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong.
Well, I mean, I think that just boils down to people being in the shell. You know, it's just like if you happen to be in the shell and you just you're scared to speak up because you don't know how people might look at you. That's what it boils down to. It's just people are a lot of people come from being bullied and never knew how to get out of being bullied. You know, so it's a child mind state that has been attacked and you never got yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it boils down to. Because people are just not in the show for no reason. You know what I'm saying? People are just not in the show for no reason. That it boils down to like if like from childhood.
Yeah, that's for anybody.
Yeah, but
I'm
some people just don't know how to confront their situations, and it's just what it boils down to. Like it's just,
yeah, I remember I was going through something and one of my mentors, you know, that was like helping me through that experience. Um he's like, yo, it's not your fault, but it's your problem. like like you not the reason why this is happening, but it's something that you still gotta deal with. You know what I'm saying? So like
That is
and um I think you realize the gravity of that more. Well, I would say for me, having children.
Yeah.
Like
And-
things that you would look at your parents like they crazy, or you would judge your parents over when you have a child, it humbles you very quickly.
You want to know one thing I'm gonna say because I agree with that 100%. And I had this conversation with Kev about whatever we talking about at this point in time. This is a real conversation.
No, I get you.
No. I'm talking about this is a real topic that.
No, I get you. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But and I said that right. And he was like, "Yo, you cannot have people's feelings." But I said, "But now that you say that, because I have children, because I look at it from a different perspective, and I'm like, I feel like I need to say something to help because it bothers me to see somebody in a way that's not. Because as I look at, if I see my kid doing something crazy, like I gotta like, not saying that anybody's my kid, but I have that parental in me.
Nah, for me, the way that I show you that I care is I'm honest with you.
But no, I'm honest.
No, like I don't. I care about you so much that I'm not willing to nice my way through the relationship.
I agree.
I'm going to be honest with you. I care about your success more than I care about your feelings.
Of course.
So I'm gonna tell you.
Of course, if I did a shit job, I want you to tell me that.
Yeah.
If it was a bad day, I want you to tell me that.
And if
But I respect that more.
right, like not being real is being dishonest.
That's just you just a yes man at that point.
Yeah. It's. I mean,
but it also stands on like on a I agree with both of you guys. I'm saying it right now, but it also stands on like in the perspective of this. It's like if how you said you care about the person's feelings more than a success, right?
Mhm.
I mean, success more than a person's feelings. Sorry.
Mhm.
So, but it's also you got to take it from the standpoint of this: what position is the person's in his life that's telling you that you're fucking up? You know what I'm saying?
What do you
So like, all right, if he's saying that, if let's say if he says that I'm doing like yo Kev, yo, you fried for that. You can't be doing stuff like that because this is gonna happen, right? And I'm like, but this I feel like this thing works for me, right? Like all like this type of lifestyle works for me, right?
Okay.
But like let's say you're still at home living with your mom, you know what I'm saying, and I'm living alone, whatever it is, and I'm over here trying to, you know, do more than a regular, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like I can't take that advice from like he's saying that I'm not doing well. I can't sit here and take an advice from a person that is not doing better than what I'm doing.
But,
Yeah, that's like
no, I, yeah,
that's like what
I see what you're
Kanye
saying.
said with Big Sean.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
Yeah,
No, that's
y'all
yeah,
gave
yeah,
Big
no.
Sean
So
his check
and
first before I gave him
and like I
advice.
said, I agree with both you guys are saying. It's just that, but you got to analyze the perspective of how that what's that person's living.
But then again, I would say this too. I don't think that you ask me for advice if you think that you doing
No,
better.
sometimes but sometimes friends don't ask for advice. They just tell you what they see. I'm saying, like sometimes, like I could be seeing, I could be seeing Dewan doing some shit right now, whatever it is, right? And for what I see, I can see what's the outcome of the situation and just tell him what my opinion is. Up to him to accept it. You know what I'm saying? It's up to him to accept it or not. I'm saying, tell him the truth of what it is. But for what I see it as, but he could take it as like, yo, this dude's being a hater, or the dude's being, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I,
what.
I, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be
yeah,
honest with. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that there's
yeah.
people who could teach you what not to do. There's people
You
that
got
can teach you what to do.
I take everything with everybody's perspective with a grain of salt, and then analyze what that person's telling me. And I'm like, all right, yo, he told me this, and let me take a step forward and see how that works. What he was telling me, and take a step forward what Justin was telling me to see and see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Like I analyze it, and then it's just like, but when it's consistent of everything that you're doing, then I start to think like, yo, like what am I doing to this guy? That am I a threat to this guy? That's how I start taking it. When it's consistent of everything, I'm on my steps. You know what I'm saying?
Like
When-
if they continuously.
yeah,
tell
when
you
it's
do
all
something
my
bad.
steps, anything I do is like it's say something wrong. Then I start to analyze that person. Like, yo, like I need to cut this person out of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I start to take that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be mindful. Too much honesty, like how you might think it starts to feel like that you pose that person as a threat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm being real with you. If I can't be honest with you, I don't want a relationship.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, and like I said, honesty is always a key. But it's just like you as a person, as like let's say like if I'm giving you too much honesty left and right, and all my honesty that I'm giving you, what I see, right? It comes out to like, let's say, it winds up being everything that you do winds up being like, yo, bro, you can't be doing this because this is gonna happen. Always be like a negative output. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're
I
saying,
feel like
but
you like that's a hating, like hating on you.
It winds up coming off as hate. Because
But-
when it's consistent, is every step that you take, it winds up being consistent, it will come off as hate.
I think there's a difference between you trying to alter who I am versus like yo, bro, you operating in a weird way.
Too much of a good thing is always a bad thing. So
Yeah, but who said it's good and who said it's bad?
well, I mean, honesty is always good.
Yeah, but if you tone deaf and you honest, the timing is off. Right? Like now it's like, you got a different problem. You don't know how to pick your spots, right? So it's like,
Yeah, pick your poison.
pick
your battles.
I think it's one, you gotta know the person and know how to deliver that to the person.
Yeah, I agree.
You gotta and then you gotta have permission to like
to speak what you mean.
to deal with that person in that way.
I can even put it to, you know how many times we argue?
Yeah, your delivery is horrible.
Yeah. But then we argue, and then after the next day we have a conversation, and it's like, yo, bro, this is what I meant. This, that, and third. But and same way, vice versa. I don't think that if we've ever like got at, it's never been anything after that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I do dumb shit.
A lot of times.
Cool. A lot of the times you do
Now
dumb
you
shit.
gotta have somebody.
But you have to have.
You gotta give somebody permission to hold you accountable.
Exactly. Like, yo, bro, you was wilding. And it is what it is. But if A, B, and C over there say, that you was wild, you're not gonna accept that.
Yeah, but how many times I told you something you do it and you accept it?
None.
Exactly. and I legit, yo, bro, I legit call.
At least I'm honest.
At least I legit call out the situation. I call it word for word, and then the people that were around it, I call it as a witness. I'm like, yo, listen, was this and that happened? It's like, yeah, he was wilding. I'm like, nah, I wasn't. I'm saying so. You're insubordinate, man.
I am. That's me.
Yeah,
though.
but sometimes
but that's the thing, right?
I understand you're insubordinate.
Exactly. No, but no, not even that. But the thing is that you understand who I am, and that you can talk to me the way.
Certain people, I'm like, oh, he's a
But
nut.
you cannot do that. You cannot take that same approach that you have with me with anybody else in here because you don't have that. But you understand who I am. Same way, vice versa with me, vice versa with him. Like that's who you are, and you should have that.
And that's
in your
what
life.
makes relationships special.
That's what makes
That's what makes relationships special.
We don't have a special relationship.
I could even speak with that towards like the teacher lens, because we're dealing with kids. I think a lot of teachers have this idea that, thank you, a lot of teachers have the idea that they can save everybody or save every kid. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is that you being a teacher is not there to save every kid in that school. You have to understand that you're not there for everybody. Like there are going to be some kids that you can gravitate to, who you'll have that impact on, and there's other kids who may need help, but you're not the person that's supposed to be there to help them.
It is a group of people that have an ear specifically for you.
Exactly. And like case in point, I had this kid a couple weeks ago, and he was like causing a wreck in the school or whatever. I pull him to the side. I'm like, yo, like why are you doing what you're doing, whatever. Long story short, I'm like, you don't even like basketball like that. Like, I know you like cameras. You like cameras. Every time you come to the class where you're talking about anything that do with photography or videography, you always raise your hand and ask a question. You ever thought about doing camera work? He was like, nah. Like, all right, think about it. Go to the next basketball practice. Here, take my old camera. Get to work. Let me know what you think. A few weeks later, now he got his own Instagram channel just for videography and photography with the basketball team, just like that. But had another teacher did the same thing with him,
they would wig down on him.
It went way different. So, like I was saying, the relationship that you have with the person matters, and if they're not willing to hear the information from you, that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. That just means you're not the person who's gonna have the impact that you want to have. You can't be selfish.
But a lot of people are selfish.
Yeah, but when you're trying to help somebody, you can't be selfish and think that you're supposed to impose yourself on this person.
And that is,
but my thoughts cut you off. But that also is the part of me thinking that I am that person.
That's the selfish part.
Yeah, like I think, oh, I could, yo, what? Nigga, you can't say that. You gonna look at me like, yo, who the fuck it? You know what I'm saying?
All you could do is offer something to somebody. Then you gotta let them choose what they want to do with it. So like yo, Nikki been telling me to to go live. Dave been telling me to go. Like it's but plenty of people that got platforms that been hitting me like, yo, bro, you gotta. I'm just comfortable being back here because I don't like the attention, but it's selfish. It's selfish. So there's people. I'm able to do way more with less effort now because I stopped making it about me.
Can I ask you a question? Do you feel that same type of way, that same type of sentiment, where like, not saying that it's selfish, but do you feel like you don't like to, besides this, you don't like to be in front of the camera?
Nah, I'd much rather be behind the scenes.
And then I am the one that likes to be in front of the camera.
I mean,
I'm asking your opinion.
Because like being in front of the camera, I think you tolerate it. I don't know if you love being in front of the camera. Like, I don't know if you would be in front of the camera if it wasn't.
It's relative. I think when you stand next to him, you look like you want to be in front of the camera, but neither one of y'all are like,
yeah.
My fault. No, like, yeah, neither one of y'all are.
But but that, like, I've always like always felt like I know that he doesn't really like to be in front of the camera. So maybe that is true. That's why I take it. Like I'll be like, yo, fuck it, I'll be the crazy one and do all that.
Yeah,
shit.
but you gotta understand the dynamic,
Exactly.
right? And
that's why we work.
And yeah, and you gotta understand how to have a synergy, how to. But it's different. You learn real fast. You learn real quick. Like this is, you know, that's the beauty. Excuse me, the beauty of podcasting is like, yeah, bro, I don't have to be around a whole bunch of people to get my message across or be felt or whatever. You know what I mean? Like in real life, neither one of y'all are like super extroverted people that's like out there. But this is a space that allows y'all to show personality and show right. And depending on who's on the set at a given time, you'll have a different mix and a different vibe, right? So you got to know how to fall in the pocket, play your position, whatever. But you can tell a difference because you get around people who really, really about the mix, and you're not.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You lost?
No, I won.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to make sure you put it down like that.
The phone flip.
The phone flip was like, yo, it was over. Game over. Game over.
I definitely won. Definitely won, and I dropped the screenshot in the chat. Like I really smoked them.
I was like, yo, let me see.
On the pod.
On the pod.
Nigga, he beat you live. I hope you're watching too.
I ain't gonna do him bad. Just called him and really like.
Tell him to call in right now. See, tell him how bad he lost.
Yeah.
646-493-6814. So I'm calling in right now.
That's comedy.
But yeah, so when you do your podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like
look at this Colombian right here.
Colombiano. Get Chimba.
Get Chimba. Get Chimba.
Don't step on nothing, bro. Brandi was in Colombia with us, man.
Yeah,
he was.
How long y'all was out there? What up?
5 days, man. We was outside.
It was only 4 days, man. But because Sunday we didn't do shit. But
okay.
Well, we were still outside. You know what I mean? But damn, it fucked up my whole mental thought right now. What I was about to say.
But most definitely, man. Colombia's a trip. You know, I follow this girl on Instagram too. We gotta go to the Philippines, man.
What? You like lady boys?
Philippines don't got many lady boys, man. That's Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What you said when I do the podcast? What?
Oh, yeah. There we go. Do you, how are
Lady
you like
boys
structuring it? Do you do you have like you come up with like a lot of like shit that you want to like coach people on, or like how do y'all do it?
It depends. I'm still at a place where I'm like experimenting with the format.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing what works. Like yesterday, I dropped like the first like solo episode with nobody but me. Just seeing how it lands. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna start. I haven't even really started like tapping my network like for folks to come on.
Well, you just started though.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like I'm still figuring out the format and well, not the format, but I'm experimenting with different concepts to see what works, but I'm learning from the experience. So, you know, sometimes it's based on maybe a question somebody has, maybe it's an idea that I have, or you know.
Why not just leave it the way it is? My fault.
Yeah. No, you good. Yeah, it just depends, honestly. Like it ain't nothing set in stone.
So what's the goal for the pod? Like what's your ultimate vision?
That's a good question. So I think, you know, honestly, it's just to have authentic conversations about life,
Okay.
and how we navigate life, right? Like, you know, a lot of the work that I do is at the intersection of like entrepreneurship and like personal development, things like that. So it's like, how do you go about, you know, realizing who you are, realizing what you want, and then going about getting what you want in an authentic way.
Okay.
Whether it's in a relationship, life, business, whatever. but just being free. Like in everything that I do, like I'm not making content to sell stuff. Like I'm making content to like free people. Like I want to I want people to be free. Like the way that I feel on a day to day basis. Not saying I'm not human or I don't go through shit, but I could look myself in the mirror and I'm like good. You know what I'm saying? So I just the level of freedom, the level of autonomy that I experience on a day to day, I really want that for everybody.
You ever read the book Motivation Manifesto by Richard Bouchard?
Nah.
You should read that book. I think you enjoy it because it talks about the pursuit of personal freedom. But there was this one quote in the book that resonated with me, and it was said something along the lines of people are either driven through fear or freedom. Like your actions fall within one. All actions fall within either of those things. You're either driven by fear or freedom.
I'm with you. We out.
We
out. We out.
The Philippines?
We outside. We outside in the Philippines. I learned a third language.
Yeah, let me know how it go.
What was you saying? Oh, something.
It might be that.
Can you hear me? Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
You got it at work?
Huh?
You got it at work?
No, I was chilling.
Nice.
I agreed to hang out with a friend, and then like about 20 minutes later, I go, "Oh shit, I got the pod."
It sounds like it does sound crazy though. I don't know.
Nah, I mean, it sounds good when I'm like, yeah.
Pause.
Resume.
I can't say anything. I can't say anything.
Nah. There we go. I just turned it off. Oh, give him a little.
It's trash.
It's trash. You're not feeling it.
It's trash.
After the first cup, the
He-
second cup,
nah.
you don't taste the liquor
Yeah,
anymore.
he's not a drinker like that. That's why. Yeah, nah, it's
Shit is doodle.
Why do I hear?
it identifies as good shit.
Yeah, but what he was telling you, what was he saying?
No, people are motivated by, by it's you know, sometimes dreams motivate you, but nightmares can motivate you too.
Oh, I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? So
Like, you know what the crazy thing is? Like, I have dreams, right? And yeah, it tastes like licorice. Oh, that's what he said. that's what.
It's like black licorice, right?
You like black licorice?
Not really, no.
I don't know nobody normal that likes black licorice.
Yeah.
Old people.
But no, nah, I know.
Taste buds don't work no more.
Yo, it still sounds bad.
This tastes like World War II and the invention of the automobile.
I ain't gonna lie, side note, y'all gotta clip some of this shit up.
Of course.
Oh, that shit tastes like
I was
ass.
gonna say I've been having dreams lately.
That's the premium one you said?
But yeah, hold on one second.
Sorry.
I've been having dreams, right? But like I don't really have dreams like that.
Mhm.
But my vivid dreams mean something, right? So like for some reason I've been having dreams about like random people. Like I had a dream about one of my friends the other day, right before Mother's Day, and she was doing really bad. But I didn't want to hit her up. Right? And I'm like, I hit her up like after Mother's Day, and like, yo, you good? Like after I said Happy Mother's Day, next day I hit her up. I'm like, but like those dreams is going like crazy lately about a lot of shit that we do. And I don't those shits go to me, they become reality. And it's
I never remember any one of my dreams.
until you remember that shit and it's like, yo, why I remember this dream.
Yeah, I mean, you got some, those are called lucid dreams, right? Dreams that when you dream and you feel present in the dream, when you can identify that you're dreaming, that's a lucid dream. But I wasn't talking in the literal sense of a dream, but I just meant aspirations,
yeah,
right?
no,
Like
I
some
do.
people, but for some people, nightmares. For some people, the things that they fear, your fears can motivate you in a way that dreams can't.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out what drives you, or what's the best vehicle to drive you to do the thing that you want to do.
So long story short, I'm not gonna say everything that happened, but there's certain things that happen in where we was at and things that whatever, right? And I said something to Kev, and I was like, "Yo, might be a good thing this happened to me because it was probably the worst thing that could have happened to me, but it pushed me. When I got back, it pushed me to go do much more.
Oh, of
And
course.
I was like,
I was just talking about this on my podcast, but there's something called the region beta paradox, right? Like there's something called the region beta paradox, and basically, what it says is like being in a worse situation, being in a bad situation, motivates you and is better for you than being in a comfortable situation.
oh yeah, and I agree with that.
Because if you're comfortable, you're not motivated to do nothing. You already
Mhm.
got what you want. But if you're in a shitty situation and your back is against the wall,
You got
and
it. You got it. Now you're in fight mode.
that exactly.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And then that's where I'm at currently right now because of whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You just can't stay there for too long.
Oh hell no, nah. But I don't ever feel like you can. I don't ever feel like I can. Let's just say that.
Nah, but some people get caught up in it, and then it becomes their new normal. So you gotta figure out a way to pivot and transition up out of that. Or you gotta have people around you that could be like, yo, bro, this ain't the move.
Yeah.
This ain't the vibe.
Yeah. I'm trying to do a lot more shit now. Once I got back, my emotions started turning, my brain started turning, and it was like I had that little comfortable stage where it was like, yo, you all right? Everything's gonna be all right. And I always be like, yo, I'll figure it out. But now when everything after everything, I'm like, nah, I gotta figure it out now. Like
Yeah.
that push, that pressure, that all that shit, it just comes to you.
Yeah, you got to get to the point where you start to impose challenges on yourself. Like you don't wait for things to happen to you. You go out and you create an environment that keeps you on edge
All the time.
all the time, so that you continuously grow.
Right.
Yeah, you have to create an environment that keeps you on edge, so that you. So I never want to be. I never want to be in a space where I'm at the apex in the room, because then there's nothing for me
Nothing for me to gain. Or
there's nothing for me to
learn
grow. There's
more.
nothing for me to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say there's nothing to learn, but it's like the amount of growth that
Might
you
not be.
could have might not be as much as if you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation where you like you like the at the bottom of the totem pole, and you got to learn and grow and figure out and bump your head, pause, like all of that. Like,
You were saying something earlier, right? About you were saying something earlier, and when you was talking, I was like just sitting here and I was envisioning like you hit those milestones, like, boom, 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 boom. Right? I don't even think no, we've hit milestones, 100%. But like I'm gonna still be here instead of being wherever I want to be, and because like I want to hit more and more and more and more and more. I don't want to stop hitting milestones. I don't want to like. I just want to continue, whether it be in this or any aspect of life. You got to continue.
yeah, there's different versions of you though.
Mhm.
There's different versions. Like you gotta set benchmarks.
Right.
So the person that I am right now, I will not be that person in another 2-3 years. I won't be that person.
You're not that person next month. Shit changes.
Yeah, but when you change, it's hard to even connect and relate to things in the same way. Like I be telling people, like, yo, like, there's people that I encounter who maybe don't know me, or like they be like, yo, man, where did you get this perspective from? Or like I'm like, I've really literally been like this my whole life. Like, we be on the blog, niggas be like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Niggas out here talking about the moon and the stars and shit. Like, what is he? I've literally been doing the same shit the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you mature and you get more life experience, so you have more material to like filter it through. But it's pretty much the same. But you take this in this space and it looks crazy, but you take it and put it over here, and it's amazing. Right? So it's like finding that environment in that space that's looking for the thing that you have and spending your time there.
Yeah. Shoot, that makes me feel like being at this new school. I was teaching before this, but then now doing the same thing in this environment changed a lot for me.
Yeah.
From like the relationships that I was able to build, from the opportunities I was able to have, and it was just nothing but changing the environment. I didn't have to change anything that I did, anything about myself. Just sometimes you just got to change your environment.
Some environments are ready made for you.
Yep.
Some environments, like nothing in the environment needs to change. And as soon as you get in there, it's up.
Mm-hmm.
It's up. You got to find that environment and stick to it. I always, I like to use the analogy of Superman. Superman is the only super on Earth. Put him on Krypton, you take him anywhere else.
We don't know that.
Nigga,
We don't know that yet.
We don't know that. We do know that.
No,
If he's on Krypton, he's a regular nigga.
Listen, man.
Everybody on Krypton is regular.
I didn't know that.
They only show you what they show you, man. You don't know what Superman's capable of.
I hear you.
What?
I hear you.
Nigga, if you put Superman on Krypton, he's regular.
Like, wait. When you say regular, like, does he still have the ability to fly?
He's a regular Krypton nigga. Like
No.
that's like we regular humans. He's regular.
So
them
if you
niggas.
look at the movie and you listen to like the recording that his father recorded for him, like what's his father name? JL. But no, Jor-El. Jor-El lets him know, like, hey, I purposely sent you to Earth because the Earth's sun is young and the environment is gonna rejuvenate and enhance your body. I purposely sent you over there. They're regular over there, but when they go to Earth, the atmosphere, his body has to adjust to the atmosphere. But he's like a solar panel because the Earth's sun, if you notice, if he's in the sunlight, it gives him energy. But if he stopped spending time in the sun, he becomes more normal, more human. Right? So being in an environment and being connected to the source, which is the sun, is what makes him super. Only in this environment, though. Take him someplace else, very regular. And it's the same thing. It's like, yo, you got to know who you are and who you're not so that you know what to stay away from and you know what to walk into. And you just got to find a pocket, or you got to create a pocket and invite people in your pocket. Either one. But you need clarity. You can't just be out here doing weird, goofy shit.
Yeah,
I swear, I never knew that about Superman. So all those Krypton people, if they come to Earth, then they'll be
they strong as shit.
If you watch the movie when they came here, and they had the suits on and they was on that. When they took him on the ship, he started bleeding because the ship was made with Krypton's atmosphere. He was out of the Earth's atmosphere. His body wasn't used to it.
okay.
He goes back to being like a regular Krypton.
Right. His
being.
body had already adjusted to the atmosphere on Earth. He wasn't used to that. For them, they wasn't adjusted to Earth. So when he took them and they didn't have the helmets on, it was twisting them up because their body was adjusting to the Earth. It's the same thing.
It's crazy. I never even noticed that.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
It's a different vibe.
And and you could even get deeper into that topic because now when people say like I'm a product of my environment, does that mean that's the real you though? And I say that because I don't know if anybody's familiar with Wall Street Trapper, but he had
Oh my gosh, shout out to Trap.
Yeah, shout out to Trap. He had this video where he was saying, I forgive the person who robbed me at gunpoint I forgive the woman who set me up and almost had me killed because me, the person who robbed them, and the woman that set them up were just all being poisoned from the environment that they were in. They didn't have no personal beef or issue with each other. He was selling dope, getting money. She knew the dude would rob him. She set him up to get the money. That's just because y'all were a product of your environment. But then some people say that and mean it in a sense of it could be a positive thing. So, like, is it like, can somebody be a product of their environment, or is that just like how does that really work?
So, so like Albert Einstein is like you hear about the theory of relativity. When it comes to like behavior and psychology, there's a guy named Kurt Lewin who's like the creator, founder, godfather of like behavior and human psychology. The equation is B equals uh B equals F parentheses P E, right? So behavior is a function of the person and the environment. So your environment is going to change you before you change the environment, right? Your environment is going to dictate what types of behaviors, what type of influences are around you. But also, we have a psychological environment. So we are all in the same space looking at the same things, but the way we relate to them are very different. If I asked you what color that is, we probably would all tell you slightly different, right? Somebody may say pink, somebody might say hot pink, somebody like we connect to things and we looking at the same stuff.
Yeah.
So those two variables come into play. So, there's the cliche thing of the twins, right? Like the twins, one is the father's alcoholic, one brother drinks, the other brother doesn't. You ask one, why you drink? Oh, my father drank my whole life. Why don't you drink? Watch my father drink my whole life. Same
Different aspect.
right. Same environment, same everything, but they're different individuals, right? So it just goes to illustrate those two variables come into play. So it's a lot of people that are in the same space, the same environment, but very few break through and get up out of there. And I think it really boils down to exposure. Well, it boils down to like awareness. You'd be surprised what you make available to somebody when you take them into a different space or introduce them to something new. Because now you introduce them to a new set of possibilities that they get to choose from. And so for me, you know, I'll never not be a kid from the Bronx, but I'm not. I'm a global citizen. Like I want to go everywhere, talk to anybody. I want to get as much experience and as much worldview as possible because I'm living the life that I live based on the choices and the things that I know that are available to me. But it doesn't mean that that's all the choices that exist.
Yep.
There's still choices that I'm not even aware of, and I need to like get that information and get exposed to it so I can choose it.
That's why I've always wanted to open up a boarding school, primarily because I felt like a lot of kids in the environments that we grew up in would be different kids had they just not been in that environment. And if they had an opportunity to leave and be somewhere else and take a different energy and be around different people, that could change the trajectory of their lives.
A boarding school is crazy
How so?
It really is.
because the thing is, you might care. I just don't think that everybody cares.
What do you mean by everybody?
I just don't think everybody cares as much as you care.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like your
It's always gonna
boarding
be-
school
he-
might be the shit.
I think
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
what he's
But,
trying to
like-
say is that I think he's trying to say is like as you create the boarding school and you create with the intentions of caring for the children, the people that you employ will not care.
So it's just
I mean, but that's with any business, any job, any.
Nobody's gonna care about
the things that
they'll
you-
mistreat the ones that's in that boarding
Right,
school.
but
and
I
that
also
won't
feel
get an
like
education out of it.
everybody-
No, but there are people who do care.
They
right?
are.
So it just takes time for you to find,
The people
come
who are-
across those
yeah.
people and find them. But like in most situations, and that's again, that's something that I've had to learn. Like yo, you can't ask somebody to love your baby the same way you do. Like it's
That's
just
true.
impossible.
I could put it.
That's come natural.
Honestly, bro, I could put it to this: like, ain't nobody care more than me and him, man. I'm sorry.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I think Kev learned to care. You know what I'm saying? I think that he grew to care and wants to see where we go. You know what I'm saying? I also think that Warren cares. I think that Zay cares. But there ain't nobody in here care more than me.
Yeah,
I'll
but
tell you that
think
right
but
now.
think about that's like somebody telling you that they care more about your kid than
Then
you
you,
do.
yeah,
It's impossible.
exactly.
My kid, are you listen? This you could show me certain death and I'll walk into it without
Without
flinching.
any thought.
I
in
mean,
the
but
world.
I also
without
say-
flinching.
and as I agree with your point of view, I agree with your point of view, but I've seen actual not say father figures, but actual fathers not care about the children, but the stepfather actually completely care about the child more than the actual father.
Yeah, I mean
I mean,
that's
so
Yeah,
like
but
that.
that's
So
okay.
I mean, there's that. So
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's all the perception of it. Everything boils down to the perception.
There's a lot of shit I don't care about.
Yeah, no. So I mean, it's all boiled
My
down to
kids just ain't
perception.
one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
yeah, right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's this certain shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna say I don't care about feelings, but it was like there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah, I don't care about feelings.
You care about your feelings.
My feelings.
Yeah, so you care about
My feelings. You know, and if I gotta make if like I said earlier in the pod today, like I I can't make sure you're good if I'm not good.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I'm not good, I can't give you any advice of being good because I'm not good. You know what I'm saying?
You're delusional if you think that I can care for you and not care for myself.
Exactly.
So I'm delusional then. I'll take that. Because
You're horrible at advice too, by the way.
no, I'm not. I'm on horrible advice to you. I'm on
What you
horrible
mean you
advice
say
to you.
delusional? What you mean by that?
I'm delusional then because sometimes I honestly really I don't know if it's a coping mechanism because from what me and you had a conversation before about where it takes me away from my issues. But I can literally care about your issues more than I can care about mine.
No.
I can. And I can and I tell you that I can
You
because
know-
I can sit down I cannot like you always anybody always say you cannot take your own advice but you can give advice, right? I can sit down and listen to you and about the same fucking thing. Yo, you starving, you ain't eat today. I'm starving, I ain't eat today, but I don't care about you not eating today more than I care about me. I can do that. So I'm delusional. And I would accept that if that's the norm to you. I would accept that. But I also could sit here and say that I accept it. And I've done this multiple times,
Nah,
right?
you're still getting to do the thing that you want to do. It's just not the thing you need to do.
How?
Because you're not caring about me because it's not a if you don't know how to care for yourself, you don't know how to care for me.
Mm.
So your demonstration of care is
Is what I
scratching
think.
an itch that you have, but it's not about me. There's people that do things for people and it looks like it's for them, but it's not. There's a lot of people that are helpful to other people because it makes them feel good about
That's
themselves.
true.
It ain't about helping me.
And a lot of times with a situation like that, it's a person dealing with depression too.
It's a lot of different things. But
when I was in a deep state of depression for like 2.5 years straight, I was there like almost like 2.5 years, like a year and a half straight, there deep state of depression and everything. And I enjoy doing stuff for people, and I'm messing myself over because I'm not checking on and see if I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed doing stuff for people. Not enjoyed it, but I still enjoy doing stuff for people
Makes you
because
feel better.
makes me feel better because I'm actually helping them. But now it's like, but now I'm screwing myself over because
because you need to tell yourself I'm a good person.
yeah.
No,
Exactly.
I disagree with that. I
I
disagree
need
with
to.
that.
No, that's what
What
that's
you
what it
mean?
boils down
I
to.
disagree with that. I don't need to. I know I'm a good person. I don't need to tell myself I'm a good person. I just feel like I honestly, realistically, I feel like it just takes away from me thinking about my problems. Not not that me needing to be a good person. It just takes my day-to-day issues today and just focus it on you. Not that I need to be a good person, because I don't really need to be a fucking good person. I honestly really don't. I want to be. I don't need to be.
How?
Earlier today.
You had this conversation earlier?
I had this conversation earlier today too, because my buddy, he was like, "You're such a nice person." I said, "I'm not a fucking nice person. I'm an asshole. I'm kind. Now, you can be a kind asshole. You can do kind things, but that doesn't necessarily make you a
I'm
good
very
person.
kind, but I'm not nice.
I'm not exactly.
There's nothing nice about me, but I'm very kind.
I thought you was a nice guy myself, man.
Majority of my well-being is entirely self-centered. We're humans. We're built around ourselves. Now, the thing is, do you acknowledge it or do you not acknowledge it? Or do you see where certain tendencies that you tend to exhibit tends to your self-centeredness? Whether it be your ideologies or be directly what you want, we are self-centered people. That's just the way humans are made. Now, you can choose to expand on that. You can choose to be selfless in certain aspects, but at the end of the day, goes back to your self-centeredness. Now, your kindness, your niceness, it at its base nature is to self-soothe something. What that self-soothing is up
Or
to you.
to prove something correct.
But it's inadvertently selfish.
It is.
And I had this.
People
this
do
conversation, yeah.
what they want to do,
Yeah, exactly.
not what they need to do. People don't buy shit that they need; they buy shit that they want. It's a difference. Everything you do is based on how you feel.
That's true.
And sometimes people confuse what they want for what they need.
You convince yourself,
Yeah,
that's right. So it's like, oh, I really care about. I really want to. If you dig deep enough, the root of everything you do is you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Everything.
The only thing that I would say
We can run anything through the script.
The only thing I would say outside of that is kids.
What about it?
Your kids.
What about it?
Most people by and large will self-sacrifice for their kids. It is inadvertently for yourself. It's a selfish tendency, but most people.
Oh, I love this topic. Yeah, let's do this.
Will self-sacrifice themselves.
It's
for
still
their
about
kids.
you, though.
Yeah.
It's still about you. It's not.
But it is about you, but you're willing to take on certain burdens for someone else.
So one, these are two different conversations, but they're connected. So one is a conversation about unconditional love. Right.
That's a good one, yeah.
People think that unconditional love is relegated to kids, and it's not. It's a choice.
Yes.
But people don't realize that they have this choice until they have children, because you have been conditioned your entire life to only have unconditional love for a child. So my thing is like, you mean to tell me you done had a mother, a father, best friends, all of this, and you meet this person for the first time, and all of a sudden you have unconditional love for this person, but the rest of these people that you got all this relationship with, you can't. No, you just choose not to. Right? If I said, yo, this person is a murderer, killer, burnt the school down, kicked little kids, spit on the grandmother, and this is person A, and I read you the same rap sheet, and then I put your kid's name at the top of it, your bias would immediately kick in. Because you would start figuring out ways to compensate. Like, I don't care what this is, my kid. I can't let some negative happen to the kid. That's a choice. I laid the facts out. Oh, no, that's terrible. Now it's not so terrible when your kid's name is attached to it. You could have that same level of unconditional love for another person. You just choose not to.
I agree. I went out. I
choose not to.
I learned that a really long time ago. Very long time ago. Like, I have unconditional love for a lot of my family members. But of a long story short, one of my cousins, like, when I was younger, he was like my favorite cousin to me. I didn't even see him that much, but he was my favorite cousin. Then he went to jail, whatever. And I was always wondering, like, oh no, where's this person? Where's this person? Where's this person? And I didn't care. That I agree with you.
You choose.
I
You
can't make out what
chose.
you're saying.
You know what I was saying.
I get what you're
I didn't want to say
No, I
too
get
much.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
But you choose. It's
I
a
chose that.
choice.
I chose that, and I've always chose that. And I also have that with my friends. I also do that shit. Like when I always
Yeah.
think about that shit. So like I have never only said that I only think about it for my. But the only thing I will say is
Aguardiente is hitting.
you.
You. Yeah, I can't make out what you're saying.
What he say? Like, go ahead. I get what you're saying.
The only thing I will say is the fact that like when the kids come around is where you start thinking different about what you do with them.
And that's why I said it's about you.
Right.
Because most people are parenting from a deficit.
Hold on. Y'all didn't understand what I was saying?
I was with you.
I was like 70% on it.
Yeah.
You the only one. Is it hitting me or is it hitting you?
No. My shot's been sitting here the whole time.
No, but
For every like 8 words, you gotta.
No. But I was looking at him and I was saying,
no, but I got what it said. I got you.
Yeah. Because I wasn't trying to say something where it wasn't, but you knew what I was saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Now
No,
you're
but you realize, but you gotta realize like things that you didn't get, you'll project on your kid.
Yeah.
But things that you did agree with, you'll want to reinforce with the kid.
And sometimes the negatives too.
Sometimes to a fault.
Yeah.
All of that, right? But it takes a very mature person to stop and freeze and go, who is my child? And let me give them what they need versus what I want to give them.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I see that all the time in AAU culture.
No, that's with the humans.
You about to go crazy.
That's with the humans in general. How many times do you see somebody get offended because they did something for somebody and they didn't get the response that they wanted?
Mm-hmm.
But I did this for you. Well, I don't like that shit. Just because you give me something don't mean I gotta take it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you cook.
I mean, I gotta like it either. Like,
I don't care how you dress it up. I'm not eating the pork chop, bro. It's not happening. That shit could be the best. You could have saved your life savings up to buy. I'm not eating that, bro. You can't force me to do that.
That's how I feel about people's meatloaf. I don't eat anyone's meatloaf.
Whatever the case may be, but like
made by hand, man.
There's an entitlement. There's an entitlement. It's like, well, I did this to you, so you have to. No, I don't. I don't have to accept that. And it's not personal. But when you really care about somebody, you'll take the time to figure out what they want, what they need, and give them that, and not what you want to give them. That's when you start to see the real nature of a person's relationship. I don't know how we got here, but yeah.
No. Because that you saying that made me think of you want to do what's best for a person, but then to go back to Justin's original point a little earlier, like sometimes you try to do what you think is best for that person, but they're not ready to receive that information. So now
sometimes they don't know what they want.
That too. So now, but you think you're doing the right thing by giving them what you think they need, but they think they need something else.
That's why I like questions.
Yeah.
I just ask questions. Nothing special too much about what I do. I just ask questions.
Mm-hmm. You know what I love about this?
What?
After this, when we go outside or in our lives, right? Sometimes I sit down and people talking, I just, in my head, it becomes questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say that, and it turns into, in my head, it turns into like podcast mode where it's like, I'm a question. It's like, why do you feel like that? Or why is this? Or why this? That,
Welcome to my brain.
And that's how I've been for 200 episodes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm always that's my whole.
It's beautiful.
My is what makes people tick. Why do people do the things that they do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think again, like it just comes out of necessity. And that's a skill that I had to use to navigate life and survive. It's instinctual to me. Like, I need to be able to read people.
You can also, there's power in perspective too, because we can experience the same thing and view it entirely different ways.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can learn certain aspects from you, and you can learn certain aspects from me, and we're both experiencing the same thing.
Absolutely.
This is why it's important to ask those questions.
I got a question. You watch Snowfall?
I don't, but I've seen it.
Okay. Did you like see it all the way to the end?
I mean, I'm familiar with the ending and how things happen.
Okay, so then how did you feel about the mom and what she did with Franklin when he was trying to get the money? I think he was owed like 73 million, and then like the mom,
She shitted.
huh?
You talking about when she shitted on him?
Yeah. Going back to unconditional love, do you think that was a selfish thing, or did she do that to really help her son?
Depends on what you define as help.
Okay.
I didn't see it, so I'm assuming. What happened? Just tell me what happened, because I don't want to assume.
So is at the end, Franklin's trying to get his money back from the CIA agent. And long story short, he was tied up, whatever. He's like, all right, you can have the money. So now to get the money, they go to like the middle of this somewhere like, think of it like Manhattan. Bunch of people outside. They're on the payphone. The CIA agent's on the payphone. It's the CIA agent, his mans, the mom, Franklin. The dude is on the phone with the people to get the money. Like, boom, boom, what you need. All right, cool. The mom goes up to the CIA agent, like, did you kill my husband? The CIA agent says, yeah. I killed him, shot him twice in the head, dumped his body. Boom. So then she like takes a paces like 2 steps back or whatever. And then he's still on the phone with the bank. He's about to get the money. The mom takes the gun out, kills him. Boom. CIA agent dies. Everybody scattered. Franklin don't get the money. People were mad at the mom for doing that because they felt like she was selfish, and she did it because he said that he killed her husband.
All right, well, what? Nah, I agree with that. What's unconditional love? Is it like she still loved her husband? Dude killed her husband.
I think she did it to protect her son because
Even
she
though
knew
she
that
did something, there was
the
some
money
type of
wasn't
love
gonna
there.
be. It was gonna only make him do more evil shit.
Yeah, but I think now we having a conversation about
having-
morality.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're having a different conversation.
We're having a conversation about morality, and it still is driven by one person's desire over the other, one person's feelings over the other. You're going to do what you feel is best
for the situation
based on your perspective, and I'm going to do what I think is best for mine. What I think is the challenge is, and especially in environments like where we come from, you're not allowed to have a different perspective. Because now you are seen, looked at as being a fucking weirdo or something, or like that's not, it's not cool. We don't have millions of dollars, and we don't have resources, and we don't have, what we have is a code. What we have is a perspective that we live by, and that's the shit that we anchor and honor everything against. Whether it's right, wrong, crooked, straight, whatever, it's what we base shit off of. And you will see very quickly that shit only matters where you are from. Because you go other places in the world and they don't give a fuck about none of that.
So what are y'all thoughts on the John Moran situation? Because he's from a similar.
He's from the suburbs.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He's not from that. He went to the best schools. He's from the suburbs. He's not none of that. But I think what is different. I mean, it's a layered situation. I was just talking to a mentoring group about this last week. But I think the layers is like, one, he has options. He got $200 million. He got all the options in the world. So you give a young person who hasn't lived or experienced, whether you got privilege or not, you haven't experienced life, and you give him all of the options with no restrictions, and give him the ability to choose. He don't have. If he does have people around him that care, he got people around him that care that he don't listen to. right? So he doesn't have a level of accountability, and the reality is something that I've realized is you will only be as successful as you are accountable, right? You will only like rise to your level of incompetence or stupidity or lack of discipline. So like the fact that you thought that was cool and there was nobody to tell you that that's not the move, now you get popped, you get burned now. Now it's costing you. Oh, you thought that shit wasn't nothing? Now we're gonna sit you down, right? Because you didn't learn. Yes, you are being authentically Ja, if that's who Ja is, but we also invested in you. And when I invest in you, I have a say and I have a stake. And you being the $200 million man and a potential face of the league and all that, it's like I'm whether it's right or wrong, I gave you money, I got expectations.
But what gives you the right to have a stake in my life? Because when you look at it,
Sign that contract.
yeah, but I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't harm anybody.
You're having a conversation about morality. So that's like asking if so slavery was legal. Does that make it right?
Depending on who you talk to.
I'm just saying.
I was gonna say
So
this.
let me.
I'm gonna say this. To say that, it has never been actually fully taken out in New York, right? Slavery is still allowed in New York.
Well, 13th Amendment.
Yeah, I mean, no, but the 13th Amendment was abolished slavery, but
Unless it's a crime.
It's up to the states. It's still it's a federal thing, but it's up to the states to do it. And the state, New York State, never got rid of it. So that's why it's still allowed in prisons in New York.
Yeah, but the 13th Amendment states that slavery is permissible if the person is a criminal, right? So if there's a crime, then the person can be enslaved.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, it's never been fully abolished in America.
No,
that's what I'm saying. It's never been fully abolished in America.
What?
Like, there's a few states that did abolish it, but New York's not one of them.
With anybody, right? So I don't understand why people think it's different. If you work for me, there's terms and conditions, right? You expect to get paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I expect for things to get done.
Yep.
Not only do I expect for things to get done, I expect for things to get done a certain way.
Absolutely.
Just because you got $200 million don't mean you got more expectation. Let me tell you something.
He makes 200 million. The owners make 200 billion. Like, it's like
the more money you have,
mm-hmm.
the more expectations, the more responsibility, and the more problems.
While that's true, my fault.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's the reality of the situation. So, did he do something wrong? No. Does he have business partners that expect certain things of him? Yes. Mm-hmm. Did what he do violate the expectations that they had for him? Yes. That is why he's in the situation he's in. Whether he did something wrong or not is not the question. Did he live up to the expectations of his investors?
Period. I don't feel sorry for him after this.
Wow.
Because the first time, it was a slap on the wrist. That go to counseling, do that shit. They didn't even do anything like that. Like, come on. Like, it is what it is at this point in time. You did it again for no reason. And no funny shit. I think his people that was in the car cared more than he did. They moved that camera so fast.
No.
So then, so then you gotta look at it like,
not.
what is so
He
this is
went
the
like
way.
this. He said, "Oh,
so this is
but he got the gun on him.
But this
he
is
shouldn't have the.
But
what do you need the gun in your hand for?
But this is what goes through my brain. What are you going through?
That you need a gun.
What is it that you are going through that is making you behave this way? I'm not saying that it matters in the grand scheme of things because intent doesn't negate impact. Right? Like Like people used to say, "Oh, the road to hell is paved with good intentions." Like you can mean well and still do some wild shit. What's going on with him that makes him feel like he needs to behave in erratic ways or
And
carry?
it only just started too.
But again,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, bro, listen to me. I just got finished telling y'all I'm watching people shift and change and behave in weirdest fucking ways around me. I don't have nearly the fame or notoriety or the bag that he got. So I could only
That's a valid
imagine.
point.
There are people of like you question the integrity of the people around you or what their intent is with you. Are you really for me? Are you not? Or what? Like, there's a lot of shit that could potentially be going on. You got a side eye. You could be in a room full of people and feel isolated. Feel like you can't trust nobody. You feel like everybody around you is around you because they're getting something out of being around. Like, I'm just
true.
projecting, but you never know what this person could be going through. So it always reminds me of actually my favorite Jay-Z song, but he says, "How can you fairly assess something from the outside looking in? Majority of the times you'll be wrong."
True.
How could you go around and hate a nigga you never even met that you don't even know?
Warren said, I go through that on my job now. I represent the company with or without being at work. I guess he was basically saying, like, job represents the company with or without being in the job. Like,
I gave you $200 million, nigga. You serious?
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad.
I don't know that I don't have to feel bad, but there's understand nobody's exempt from being human, bro.
Of course.
Nobody's exempt from being human. So I do have a level of compassion. Damn, that's fucked up. But my hope is that you get the experience and you do something constructive with it, and you don't bump your head again. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
It's 12:02. Time flew once you got here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Realize.
Time flew. Let me ask you guys a question though, real quick. How do you tell a person to leave your crib without saying the word leave?
What you about to do?
I'm just saying. What you about to do? What you say, Kev?
That was a good
That was
one.
it. What you about to
Yeah, I can't even think straight right now, but that was actually really funny.
Nah. What you about to do?
That's actually mad funny.
Yeah, what you about to get into?
What you about to get into? Yeah,
I don't even know.
That,
Yeah, nigga, hey, listen.
You said that shit super fast.
What you about to do?
Yeah.
What you about to do? What you about to get into?
What you about to get into? Yo, I'll be right back. What you about to get into?
Oh, I don't. Yo,
but what if they say? But what if they say like, "Yo, shit, I'm chilling here with you, bro."
Nah, bro.
Yeah, I got something to do. I got something to take care of.
I don't even create space for them type of conversations. Like, and this is just like some like people be like
in the mic.
Yeah, people be like, "Yo, like I'm gonna call you back." I'm not gonna call you back. I just be like, "Yo, I talk to you another time. I got shit to do." I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna call you back because I'm not gonna call you back.
Yeah, I never call him.
I don't. If somebody call me, yo, let me hit you back. No, I gotta take this call. Or bro, let me get up out of here. I got some shit to do. I'm not gonna say nothing weird. I'm asking you what you about to get into, and if that's your rebuttal, like, bro, I'm going to sleep. So or whatever the case may be, it's like,
yeah, what you?
Hey, what's up? What you doing? I'm gonna tell you what's not about to happen.
What you saying? You got something yet?
Nah.
Brandon? Yeah, what you got?
What do you mean?
Forget it. What you gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I see. I'm the only person that.
You doing thank you notes?
No.
Who we thanking, JT?
I see. I'm the only person that really be on that. That's I said that shit reflex.
Nah, because I'm up front. I was just, but I'm trying to think of something funny. But I'm up front. I'm like, yo, About to go. You got to go. I'm up front.
Nah. What you about to get into?
That's funny though.
Nah, that shit.
I'm gonna start using that one.
That's
Yeah,
real.
like,
I do that shit all the time.
Like, yeah, bro, what you get into for the rest of the day?
You let everybody stay in the crib.
Yo, bro,
you let everybody stay in the crib.
You're right, but y'all know what I'm about to do. You get what I'm saying?
But this what I'm
Yo,
saying.
what y'all about to do?
You
I'm about
gotta-
to go do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so you gotta know.
Y'all know
How
to
to-
leave me the fuck alone.
You gotta know how to lay it. Yo, yeah, what you getting into for the rest of the day? Cool. It's like, yeah, I got to do this. Like, yeah, bro, I'm about to
I'll be like, yo, no funny shit. I'm about to go do this. What y'all gonna do? Nothing. All right, cool. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all can stay. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
But you said somebody's in your house. That's different. Because
Yeah.
I'm ghost. I really be like, yeah, all right, yo. Dap y'all up.
Yo,
Yeah, where
yo,
you
no
at?
funny
Yeah,
shit. There's been times back before when I'm like, Zay was in the crib and all that shit a long time ago, and I'm like, yo, what you about to do? I'm about to go do something. I'm like, you staying here? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I'll be back. I'm good. I'm out. Once I can know I can maneuver with all that shit, I'm good. Bye. I'll be back. Leave my door open.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's over. Leave my door open. I'll be back.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm getting up out of here.
I'm out. I'm moving. I'm on my move.
Yeah, my name Manny Pacquiao. Packing it up. Yeah, you gotta be direct with that one.
Yeah, I can't even think of that. That's tough. But
How
I'm
about the
saying
people
he-
who don't understand the social cues?
Oh,
Or you
my
making it
God.
awkward.
Oh,
That is the worst.
So then you're gonna make me hurt your feelings.
like yeah, nigga, I'm trying to tell you. Can you get the fuck out? Like,
Bro, I'm on my 5th. That's crazy.
yo, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. If you're on the 5th, that's crazy. That's literally crazy.
So what you gonna tell us in this podcast?
That's crazy. It's crazy.
So what y'all about to get into?
Yeah. So no funny shit. What y'all about to get into? Because we,
You gotta read the room.
you gotta read the room.
I'm going sleep. I'll keep it a bean with you. I
Yo.
ain't got no cheerings.
So
Tonight I'm going. I'm sleeping like I'm in college. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't got no class tomorrow. I'm out of here. I'm packing it up.
I haven't had class in college since I never went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's gonna be a different type of sleep. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fucking I saw this on Instagram and I never heard this one, but he said, "Move your meat, lose your seat." Y'all ever heard that shit?
What? All right, we about to close shop.
Yeah.
About to close shop. It's that time.
That was crazy.
Okay. But that's what it says.
Your meat, you said? Hey, yo,
He said everybody says move your meat, lose your seat.
Yo, that's your co-host.
yeah, we gonna have to. We
I
gonna
don't
have
understand
to
nothing else.
sit him down.
I have never heard nobody ever say that shit in my life. He said, "Now it's move your seat." He said, "Nah, everybody say move your meat."
Is it all right? I got
Making me uncomfortable, dog.
No.
Go that way.
It's a simple question.
We're not questioning
This
it.
is a simple question.
I've never heard that before. I just want to know if y'all ever heard
Not
that.
about that though.
Okay, good.
No, not about that.
About moving what me?
No. When you does it violate man code if you in the public bathroom on the stall and your ass is out?
Yes.
What?
Your whole ass?
Yeah, like you just pissing with your ass. out.
Urinal?
Like
Yeah,
you
at
pull
the
your
urinal.
pants down.
Like if
at
you
the
was at
urinal
Yankee
with-
Stadium and you just pull your
Yeah,
whole
you
shit
just-
down?
you just taking a leak.
I ain't gonna
Nah,
hold you.
what's
It's
up with
weird. I
That shit happened. It happened.
I'm gonna tell you,
Nah.
it
It
gets
happened.
weird,
Nah,
bro.
I can't even say-
Nah.
Where, but because it was gonna put people on blast, but it happened, and niggas was like, "Yo, you violated man code," but then some niggas was like, "Nah, like you're grown ass man, nigga. You pay for them jeans. When to drop your jeans, nigga, drop your
What
jeans.
about your
Nah, that's
drawers? Bro?
flagrant.
You have a pocket, my nigga. We gotta sleep.
Nah, nigga.
Nah, that's
Yes,
flagrant.
your
That's
club-
a flagrant foul.
Nah.
That's a
All
flagrant
right, I just
three.
wanted to make sure I wasn't
Nah,
bugging.
that's a
I-
flagrant.
That's a flagrant
I
three.
definitely said that.
That's
that
a flagrant
violates man code. But nah,
It's certain codes that you just, first of all, bro, don't if you have to use the urinal next to me, don't talk to me. Do not try to have a conversation.
Do not do the next one eat next to me either. Like that.
No,
that's,
if you have to,
Stare up.
bro.
Yeah,
If we
right.
have to
nigga,
talk,
look straight.
if we if we have to talk, we not making eye contact.
Oh, 100%.
We're not doing that. It's weird, bro. Don't do that. I was somebody, bro. I forgot where I was at. Somebody did like the male groupie shit. I was
Nah, gotta go.
like, yo, bro. Oh, my man, we in the bathroom, dog. Like, let me wash my hands. Let me get out of here. Do not come and try to do nothing.
Yeah.
Fandemonium like in his bathroom, bro. Please. Weird, bro. I don't want no
Oh
type
my
of time like
God.
that. It just be like I think only women like talk to each other in the bathroom. Like dudes.
Nah, but wait, hold on. I got a question. That's like now it's bugging me. Like how far he put his pants down? Like you gotta pull that
pants was
shit
on the floor.
on the floor.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
it
was
was at
bare
his
ass.
ankles?
Yeah, he did.
Nah. I thought you were saying like on his thigh.
Nah, nigga.
All the way down?
Yeah, nigga.
At the
Took a piss
in the bathroom.
in the bathroom. Took a
his
piss. Took a piss. Bare ass.
Nope.
Nah. You gotta talk that y'all gotta have an intervention with
That's
him.
a tech.
Nah.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't okay. I told him like, yo,
That's
don't
a
do
tech
that
man.
shit again.
Yeah, don't ever
Don't
don't,
do
don't,
that
now
shit
you know
again.
not to go to the bathroom with him.
Luckily, I didn't that time. I was told the story, and I was like, nah.
Oh.
That's a technical foul.
Yeah, so
I just had to make sure
Two
that
and
was
three.
a violation of man code. So
yeah, nah. You gotta
Survey says.
survey says that
Yeah,
it's
so-
a violation.
real quick, anything before we get out of here?
Nah, I ain't really long winded. I've been talking a lot here. I don't really got nothing else. Yeah, subscribe to the pod.
Yes. Tell them where to find it again. YouTube, Apple Music.
It's
Spotify.
Human Behavior Mastery on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on all that.
All your DSPs.
Do your
out there.
do your Googles. Do your Googles. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, stay in tune. Again, we're gonna have some events and all that coming up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we gotta bring y'all to the A, put y'all on the pod.
Be outside.
Back outside, boys.
Back outside.
I'm outside.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been waiting to go to ATL. For sure.
Now you got a reason.
Most definitely. Oh, when can we expect the event in the town?
I ain't gonna hold you. It's probably gonna be in the fall.
Oh, okay. I like
It's probably gonna be in the fall. Maybe like a September, October vibe.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking at doing something in the town for the peoples, and really just starting to do more events out here on a more regular basis. Like I have a lot of people that be like, yo, let me know when you're doing something out here, or you always see you doing something someplace else when you're gonna do something here. So I really want to make sure it's done right. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that it's done right. And it's felt.
And by the way, with that, if there's anything that we can do, let us know. We got you.
So you
Like-
know, y'all gotta pull up.
Yeah, not just pulling up. If you need any help and all that shit,
Nah,
we
I got you.
yeah. And when would you be back? Not here. I'm talking about here, not pod. Because
Yeah,
we got to make some moves.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be around. I'm circular. I'll be outside. I'm around.
Global citizen.
Huh?
Said global citizen.
Everybody, go follow the Human Behavior Mastery Podcast on all your DSPs, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit, and download it, buy it, do all that shit if it's out there. Kev, what you got?
I'm over here looking up an Airbnb for Columbia in September, man. I'm out the
Nigga, that's the same house.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking at the Airbnb, but the dates are not available for the time I want to be there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at some other Airbnbs real soon, man, because Columbia was when Chimba.
Ah,
Get Chimba.
ah. Go ahead.
Outside boys.
Huh?
Back outside, boy.
Yeah,
of
back
course.
outside, boy.
Never been inside.
Yo, listen, you got to pull up to Columbia.
All right, we'll talk about it after. Come on. Let's
You
go.
too, man.
No, I'm not going.
Brandon, I know you're in the eye in the sky, man. You good? You got anything to say?
I'm chilling right now, man.
You had a great time in Colombia?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
What was your number one favorite thing in Colombia?
Hanging out with you guys.
That
hanging out with my brother.
That was a good ticket
that
out.
was a good one.
That
That
was
was
a
a
good
good
ticket.
one.
Hey, thank y'all for inviting me back, by the way. I'm sorry.
First of all, one, bro, you know you never need it.
We doing thank you notes now?
Go ahead. Thank you. Say thank you.
I'd like to thank the guy who invented marshmallows.
Oh,
He's taking your shit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, man. Hey, mad marshmallows.
What's
today.
thank you notes though?
Just give a shout outs. Shout out to the guy who invented rims for tires.
Shout out to the guy who invented penicillin, so Kev can enjoy Colombia.
Shout out, to
Oh.
shout out to the people that made it. Shout out to the people that made the first Colombian woman.
God.
Yeah, him too.
Hey, listen,
too.
man.
Shout out to people. Moses for bringing down the 10 Commandments. It might have been 15.
Hey, listen. Shout out to niggas that mind their business.
Who was the first nigga to mind his business?
I don't know, but shout out to him. See something, don't say nothing. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But
Yeah, that's a good question. Who's the first person to mind his business?
Nigga, somebody was just like, yo, this nigga fighting, it's over. I'm not. I just walked away. Like, it's over. Like,
shout out to the guy who actually saw something and said it on the train.
Nah, he fucked us
Good night,
up.
everybody.
Yeah, it's over.
Shout out to whoever invented the pencil, the number 2 pencil.
The number 2.
Yo, what makes the difference between number 2 and number 3?
It's a different grain actually within the graphite. So it's the way that it's done onto the paper.
That niggas have mad knowledge.
It's like 9 different types of pencils. So yeah, it's a different finite grain inside the.
He's a teacher. He's like, what the fuck?
There's actually so there's actually
the fuck.
There's actually numbers
Mm-hmm.
and there's actually letters associated with the numbers.
Yeah,
if you really want to get.
Yeah.
So you have a 2H pencil or like there's like
yeah.
So why we need a number 2 though?
So that the reason why I always failed my Scantron test because I always use the number 2H instead of using the regular number 2.
Yeah, there's letters that's associated with each one of the numbers and they all do. Yeah, my daughter's an artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you got. Did you buy like the shit with like all the?
All
Yeah.
the vibes.
Yep.
Yeah, but shout out to what
Said
y'all
this
doing.
nigga had that pencil knowledge in the clip.
Yeah. Shout out to everything y'all doing. You know, here. At
Thank
40
you, man.
Central, doing for the 40.
This year about to be different, man. This year has been different.
Now y'all got the 40 Central Network popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, shout out to but before we go, shout out to Blunt Wisdom Podcast. Shout out to
12 Rounds of Boxing
Let's go.
podcast with 4 corners boxing. Shout out to Fight Night X, Fight Night Mo, the Boxing Maniac. That podcast will be not streaming. I'm sorry, will be uploaded to 40 Central Network very shortly. We've been recording.
Shout out to Barber Inc. Whenever they ready to get back to
Barber
it, man.
Inc.
We doing that too. We not stopping.
And let me just say this. Like, anybody that's listening, y'all want to get into relationship and partnership with 40 Central right now. Because I'm telling you right now, when they figure out, when they realize the shit that they got at their fingertips, the price going up, baby.
Price going up.
Come break bread and start building relationship now. Cause I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell them niggas to act weird with you if you try to come later. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Shout out to Smooth, man. Smooth got some shit she got.
I'm gonna tell them to act different. I'm telling them to act funny.
Yeah, souvenir with you too, man.
He gave you like 3 cents.
Less than that.
Yo,
peso.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys.
That's like 0.0045.
Was it 100?
No, this is 200 pesos.
Appreciate that.
Huh?
This is 200 pesos.
Yeah, I know.
About 4,000 is $1. So
it's literally less
100
than
pesos.
Probably got like a
less
penny.
than a penny.
It's like
Less than a penny.
Right, still 200 pesos.
Yeah, I know. I get it. You have a souvenir. You can get yourself something like a pack of gum with that.
You probably could get like a drink with that, maybe.
Nah, drink.
I
Yo,
don't know. Not a drink.
We were at a spot, and the spot charged us 15,000 pesos for 3 beers. That's $1.08 each.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We already said this. All right, we out of
Yeah,
here,
I didn't
man.
tell
We
him
love
that.
you guys.
no.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you gonna play some music before we go or no? We out of here.